What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome. Welcome to another edition of Overdrive. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's going on? What's the word? What's the word? You already know the general already set the tone. Smash the like button. You already know where I'm reporting live from. Uh, it's a little dark in here right now, but that's all right. That's all right. Summertime is coming in about 6 months. I make it through. We're gonna be all good. Don't even worry about it. Sway, my guy, Sway in the building. Sway, what up? What's going on? What's going on? Yes, yes, yes. Oh, Miss Linda, what's going on? I see my people in the building early. We in the building early on this Saturday morning. No, we head into the afternoon now. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Simone. Simone. What's going on? Yeah, yeah. You already know what time it is. Make your way in. Stefan, what's that? What's happening? What's happening? Yeah, 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 yeah. Hopefully everybody's been having a wonderful Saturday. I know I have. I know I have. And we about to have a little bit more fun. A little bit more fun. I'm pretty sure y'all know what to expect. It's me. Y'all know what to expect from me. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy, but I do need to I need to put up a poll. Mm, I need to put up a poll. Give me 1 second here. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna put up a poll. I'm gonna put up a poll. I haven't did one in a minute. I'm gonna put up a poll. When you make your way in, make sure you participate in the poll. What does he say? Cooking up a veggie stir fry. Okay, okay. She letting y'all know she can cook. Now, as long as if you burn a stir fry, which has happened, so we gonna see. We gonna see. You said Cheeky is headed over. He just started a panel. That's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Miss Jill. Hey, Miss Jill. How's everybody? How's everybody today? Oh, I didn't even know he had a panel started. It's all good. It's all good. Dollar Washer? I'm not familiar with Dollar Washer. What's going on? What's going on, Dollar Washer? I don't think we met before. Shout out to you though. Shout out to you. Spell check on that poll, mister. Uh yeah, yeah. Don't worry about it. Don't get caught up in every single word and letter. I mean, some people do. I'm not gonna do it. Granville. Yeah, 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 yeah. We back monetized, Granville. We back monetized, man. We back. We back. The work been putting in. We got more work to put in. But listen, we back, bro. We back. Dollar Watch said, I'm always here. Damn. Okay. Okay. My bad, fam. I didn't even know that. Shout out to you, then. Shout out to you. No Chase says 100% a woman's happiness. 100%? Okay, all right. Say that. No chaser. What's going on? No chaser. What's happening? Yes, yes, yes. Hey, D up in the building. What's going on, D? Hey, listen, I might be monetized, but I might get canceled again. So let's just be honest. We're gonna see where it go. We're gonna see where it goes. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. Hey, Lulu. Listen. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie to you. Cheeky panel's a lot safer than mine. I'm just tell you now. I'm gonna just tell you now, Lulu. I don't know if you know, I've been having my own channel for a minute now. So you late to the party. I got a lot of content, You missing out. You already missing out. But look, listen. It's not as safe on my panel as it is on Cheeky's panel when he doesn't allow people up on this panel. I'll do my best to make sure I make room for the lovely ladies. I wish I didn't have to agree with you on this. Well, it's just a poll right now. It's just a poll right now. But we're gonna get into why we think this way. We gonna get into why we think this way. Let's just be honest, you know. That's what it's all about. Cheeky. Yeah, hey, my bad, bro. Listen, your panel is safe over there. I'm gonna send listen, I'm sending everybody over there where it's safe at. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's gonna be. Shout out to my guy Brock, always holding us down. We appreciate you, fam. We appreciate you. Yeah, you already know we're gonna get to work today. We gonna get to work today, have a little fun. Because I know y'all always gonna predict where I'm going with this, right? Y'all always gonna predict why I say what I say and how I come to these conclusions. Well, I'm gonna just be honest with you. It took me a minute, right? It took me a minute after I was done with the other show. I was just letting these thoughts run around my head. Shout out to Dollar Washer. I appreciate you, fam. What does that say? What does this have to do with men wanting to be our daddies? Don't worry. Don't worry. I got you, Peaches. I ain't forgot. I got you. Everything's up here. Everything's up here. I got you. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. I'm going to tie that in, okay? Don't even worry about it. I'm going to tie it in. I'm trying to think about how I want to start the show today. Let's see here. Okay, you know, we're gonna do. You know what? That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we go. So this is what we're gonna do. There is an article that I was brushing through, and it's controversial and whatnot, but it's interesting to me, right? And I'm gonna go over it with y'all. I'm gonna go over it with y'all, and then I'm gonna give y'all my thoughts into some of the conclusions that I already kind of knew, but it helps give credence to it when you speak to people that study in these fields, right? What did Lulu say? Y'all need to pay our bills and make us happy. What's the problem? Okay. Okay. That's what you think takes to make y'all happy? Okay. That may be true. That may absolutely be true. We're gonna dive in. See, I'm gonna be honest. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna dive into the article with y'all. And we're gonna talk about it. And then I'm gonna break it down to what I pretty much what I took from the article and how I can apply it to basically where we currently at in this current times of the loving happiness of the loving women that we have. Like you said, pay all your bills and then you be happy. We understand. Pay all your bills and then you be happy. I'm sure y'all got a whole lot of other conditions that come along with that, right? Can we just be honest? Y'all got a whole lot of other conditions that come along with that, right? Now, let's see where we at on the poll. So 15% said duty. How many of you people hit the duty button when we said what is more important to women, duty or happiness? And 15% say duty. All right, let's see what my girl C says. Duty should be important, but let me be honest. Women got fed up with duty real quick. Okay, fair enough. They got fed up. I wonder why. I'm not gonna send us back in time. I'm gonna talk about right now. I'm not gonna sit there and focus on 1777, 1803, so y'all can go back. We had to be together and all that stuff. Nope, not gonna do it. We're gonna talk about right now. We're gonna talk about the 2010s, 2015, 2020, etc. Things like that. We're gonna come right here, right? And what did Lulu say? Lulu says, read my comment, Lulu. Jesus. I don't know why y'all think I'm going to be able to pull up all these comments like that. Can't take duty seriously when married men cheat on their wives all the time. Okay, can I ask you an honest question, Lulu? Because I know you're a liar. Because I saw you on Cheeky Panel and you said, well, he put a short out on there. But anyway, let me just ask you this. Do wives cheat on their husbands all the time? Since you're gonna utilize that word. I mean, come on now. But that's the reason why. You know what? I'm not, you know what? I'm a staller out. I'm a staller out because I'm not going to even get into it just yet. Let me pull up the article, right? You know what? Also, it's a few different articles, but I'm gonna give y'all the one that's the simplest for y'all to keep up on. Yeah, I'm gonna give y'all the simplest one. I'm gonna drop the link to the article if y'all want to read it on your own, but we're gonna get into it, right? Let's get into it. And then I'm gonna break down what I take from this. We're gonna get into it. Let's get right into it. Let's just get right into it, right? Let's do it. Let's see what we got here. Why many single women without children are so happy, right? Single women without children are often happier and healthier than men and married women with children, research suggests. Women tend to have stronger social networks outside of their romantic relationships. Single women may be more selective than single men when choosing a partner, as they may be able, or as they may enjoy the freedom provided by their lifestyle. Okay, I agree with that. Now, y'all have heard the cliches when a woman remains unmarried past a certain age, which has at least become a bit older over the years. We start to ask questions. Why haven't you found Mr. Right? What are you waiting for? Et cetera, right? Do we really think women should get married by a certain age, or are we just assuming in society that there's an appropriate time to settle down? It's a good question, right? Is an appropriate time to settle down, or do we just assume women should, right? Settle down, right? I'm gonna be honest with you. Settle down used to be a term just for men. But let me just run through this real quick and then I'm gonna break it down to y'all, right? They say obviously many women and men are happily married, but according to research, many women are perfectly happy single, especially when they single without children, right? Single women without children are happy and healthy, according to happiness expert Paul Dolan, a professor of behavioral science at the London School of Economics, right? Women who are single with no children are the happiest. Y'all remember Sherelle came on Cheeky Panel the other day and said, single women with no kids is the happiest women, right? That's what she said. Cheeky, you was there. It was your panel. I'm assuming you was there. She said that on your panel, right? That's what she said. We're going to get into why she said that. We're going to get into why she said that. That's right, Sherelle. We heard what you said. We heard what you said. Now you got to stand on it. Yeah. We heard what you said. Now you got to stand on it, okay? We heard what you said, and we're going to break it down. So I'm going to breeze through this article, rock out with me, and then I'm going to bring it full circle the way only I know how to do it, all right? So that's what we're going to do right then and there, right? So now, Dolan explains and says that while men derive benefits from marriage, the same cannot be generally said for women, okay? So Dolan explains the benefit from tying the knot because they calm men down, right? They become less inclined to take risks. They earn more money. They live longer. Okay. The same things that women say all the time. We get married. Y'all live longer. Y'all make more money. Marriage is beneficial to the men. That's what they tell us, right? That's what they're telling us. Okay. So he's tying in a lot of that right now. He's tying that in into a lot of the conversation right now. Okay. So Nolan notes that married men tend to be healthier due to less risk taking, but marriage apparently does not impact women's health. So marriage don't really impact women's health, right? Except to the extent of middle-aged women who have elevated risk of both mental and physical conditions compared with their single counterparts. So Dolan concludes the healthiest and happiest population subgroup are women who never married or had children. You understand that? Women who never married or had children. No, Amber. Look, Amber. No. Straight to it. Now, Cheeky, it's supposed to be subjective. Cheeky, it's just a conversation. Cheeky, it's just a conversation. We want it to be subjective, brother. We want it to be. That's the whole point of this conversation. Let's see here. Let me see here. All right, relevant to the question, we asked single female friends who have decided to fly solo. Dolan makes an interesting observation about modern perceptions of success as compared to experience and happiness. While society values certain types of life accomplishment and achievements, Dolan notes that recent studies show that long established traditional symbols of success do not necessarily correlate with levels of happiness. Right now, women are more satisfied remaining single more so than men. Okay, I give y'all that. That's what is believed, that women are a little bit more happier than men are when they're single, right? So okay, now we're gonna bypass that because that may be true. We'll give you that if you want to believe it, right? So it says there's evidence that women spend longer on domestic tasks than men. And I think they all, he says, I think they also do more emotional work, right? This is why women are constantly requesting a man have EQ, right? Phenomenal communicator, make sure he has EQ, he has to have emotional intelligence, yada, 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 right? Because they put this emotional work into a relationship that a man does not, right? Now, Cheeky has a bunch of mental headaches having these conversations with women when they tell him that all these women have all these emotional EQ and all this good stuff. And he experiences that, and that has not been his conclusion. But we'll see, right? We'll dive back into it, right? There's evidence spending less on domestic tasks. They do more emotional work. So they still do more housework and the cooking and the things, as well as more emotional labor, right? Okay. Okay. That's fair enough. That is fair enough. That may be true. Okay. It says that women tend to be more involved with their social networks as compared to men. Okay. Women are more social, that's the claim, who are often rely strongly on their wives. So men rely strongly on their wives. Women tend to be better at having alternative social networks and other confidants, whereas men rely heavily on their wives, right? Yada, yada, yada. Men are very heavily reliant on their wives, right? Many single women are simply more selective in choosing a mate. Really? Okay. Yeah, we kind of already knew that, right? We kind of already understood that, right? So I'm not going to get caught up on that very much, right? I'm going to skim past that. Modern selectiveness among single women often prompts practical advice suggesting that time to compromise. Women are very told if you're getting too old, you got to compromise, lower your standards. That's basically what he's talking about here, right? But does compromise involve losing or maintaining control? Now, that right there is for Lindsay. Yes, Lindsay, that's for you. Losing or maintaining control, right? Because she has a hard time conceding control, right? Let's just be honest. Let me see what CC said. Married men's health is better because women be telling them to go to the doctors. Yeah, because we're gonna die if we don't talk to a woman. Shout out to Team Fatty. Make sure y'all follow on Team Fatty, okay? I'm Fatty. I'm waiting for you to do your thing so I can come up on the show. Please try to have a weekend show for me because my schedule is crazy during the week. Shout out to Fatty, though. I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. But let's bomb rush through this article real quick, okay? Let's just bomb rush through this article, okay? So like I said, compromising involves losing, maintaining control. And how could a woman remain true to herself and form a relationship if she's not ready, right? And it says it appears despite societal standards, they are somewhat outdated but changing slowly, but many single women enjoying the benefits of their status, right? So that's what it breaks down. That's pretty much the end of the article, right? Because I don't want to be super long because I know y'all got a long attention span. So I'm not going to even stress you out on that. Let's just be honest, right? But I just want to give y'all an understanding of where I'm about to go with this. Yeah, Sherelle, yeah, you said it. Yeah, Miss Sherelle, you said it. Women with no children and are single are the happiest women on earth. We gonna break it down. We gonna break it down. We gonna get into it. Don't even worry about it. Shout out to Lindsay. She says, "Good luck, Aaron. I like your discussions. I am very fallible, so please forgive me if I anger you and others." Lindsay, you never anger me. I don't believe you should be restricted on saying whatever the hell you want, but I don't think that doesn't come with consequences. I'm just not the type of person that as emotionally responsive like everybody else can be. I want you to say what you feel, and there may be some truth in it. Whether I like how you say it or not is irrelevant to me, right? I'm all about the conversation. I don't care what you look like, etc. When we having a conversation, that's me. So listen, that and like there's a bunch of articles that kind of tie into. He has a whole book that he's broken down on that. But listen, I'm gonna get into this. You know what? Let me play a. You know what? Here it goes. I'll play that'll sum up the article that we just read, I will play a small short, right? Somebody did a short on it. I'll play a small short for y'all because I know y'all like visuals, right? I'm good with reading. Cheeky like to read. The rest of y'all want to just listen to the audio and see pictures, right? So I will play for the people a visual just for y'all. Just for y'all, I'll play the visual because I know y'all probably didn't want to read that anyway. I know y'all didn't, so I'll play the visual just for y'all because I'm a kind man. You know, I'm a kind man. I care about the people at the end of the day, right? So let us see if I can pull this up. Can y'all see this? Let me see. Let me see if I can make that a little bit bigger. Yeah, it's not the best visual on this one, but we'll just play it anyway, right? Because it's just gonna stem through it. I'm gonna turn the sound off because I don't really like what they say in the sound, right? But let's just be honest. Let me see if no, it's not gonna allow me to zoom in past that. It's not gonna allow me to zoom in past that. But however, if you're a man, you should probably get married. Basically saying, you know, marriage is better for men and talks about the risk, which we covered. But I think the imagery makes y'all feel better. Married women, on the other hand, have to put up with that and don't live as long. So married women don't live as long as married men. Okay, draw your own conclusions. Right? That's the crazy thing. What it really ties down to is women don't enjoy the benefits, or benefits are not recognized for women in marriage. Right? Women are not recognized as the benefits in marriage. Right? But let's just be honest. When you read that article, because I'd argue that there's a lot of benefits to marriage for women. Otherwise, why would they want it? But anyway, we'll touch on this, and I drop. And for the ladies that think that this is crazy, I will drop the link for y'all because I love the ladies. Cheeky told me to say that, by the way. I just want to tell y'all, for women, happiness, it is the equivalent of what women perceive as freedom, right? Anything that's like restrictions, that's why I say marriage is jail, right? Because marriage comes with rules, restrictions, right? So Peaches says, what does this have to do with You Not My Daddy, right? The reason why women tell you, you not my daddy, is because often what you're doing is telling them what to do. You're controlling aspects. Don't wear that. Don't go out there. We're not doing that, et cetera, et cetera. And they don't want to be restricted. They don't want to be told what to wear. They don't want to be told what to do. All the things that they daddy did is the things that they want you to do. It's just you didn't necessarily birth them or participate in birthing them. Everything else, their man is typically tied to the same things that their dad is required to do for their mother, et cetera. So when a woman says, you ain't my daddy, it just means you're taking away my freedom. You're taking away my freedom. I am not happy when my freedom is being restricted. Let's just be honest. I'm not happy when my freedom is being restricted. I want freedom. I want freedom. I want all of that. I'm not asking for special treatment. Just want to make it clear. I'm also not here to try to hurt anyone, including Lindsay. You good? You don't have to go back and forth with anybody. It is what it is. We here to have the conversation. If somebody doesn't want to, it's all good. Do y'all know why? Yeah, boss. Yeah, exactly. Do you know why when women hear the word submission, they hear you just want a slave? Notice, I want a submissive wife. You just want a slave or somebody you can step on, right? That is the initial response from them. That's the initial response from them. Slavery, aka jail, aka slavery. That it all ties into removing freedoms from women. That's what it all ties into. You're taking away my freedom. Nah, you're taking away my freedom, right? So, for instance, and Fatty will understand this. Nobody wants to be enchained, Aaron. Okay. Well, if you think marriage is restriction, rules, somewhat requirements, sounds like a lot of restrictions, my friend, but you decide if that's something you'd want or not. But my guess is you probably don't. And that's why women dominate social media. Women, my sis Yvette. Hey, what's going on, Yvette? Women dominate social media. Why? Women, y'all know that. The TikToks, the Instagram, anything that allow a like, a heart, comments, views, anything that'll, the most important thing for them is attention. attention, right? Because attention to them is like us seeing a fine girl walk by with a nice body, but on 1,000 times more, the attention impacts them and feels so much better than us seeing that. You're like, oh, she's so fun. It's 1,000 times more when they get attention. Lights, light up. Ugh. That y'all know that emotion that runs through them, that chemical gene that pops. Yeah, that's why they don't want you to take away their social media. That's why when they say a man that try to restrict my social media is insecure. He's insecure and controlling. Because let's be honest, they ain't really trying to lose their freedom to get free chemical enhanced and enjoyment. They want that dopamine, they want that hit. When they flip that Instagram open and say 32 likes in 4 minutes, and all these women under their comments with the lovey faces, oh, you're so pretty and all that stuff. They don't want to be restricted from that. They don't want a man to be like, hey, how you doing? They don't want no restrictions from that attention. So they'll call you insecure and controlling because they want that freedom to get attention outside of you because you may not give them enough. And it is really what they love. Empress Carmen, I appreciate you being here. Listen, we understand you love a little attention. You can't lie. Most women love a lot if they could get it. Most women want a lot. Most women want a lot if you can get it. Let's just be honest, right? Let me see here. I will tell you this, gentlemen. If you're not rich, don't get married. Gentlemen, if you are not rich, do not get married. I repeat, if you are not rich, don't get married. Marriage is for rich people at this point. When we have an understanding that women happiness starts to lower when they get married. That's just what the studies say, right? Unfortunately, women look at marriage as a chore. It has rules, responsibility. They don't want to be restricted. They don't want rules. They don't want responsibility unless it's strictly for themselves. And if they had it for themselves, they would be single and childless. I know y'all not gonna like what I'm saying. I know. That's why typically you hear a woman say this. I want a man that can take care of everything so I can rest in my femininity. For my femininity. They don't even know how to say the word, right? I just want to rest in my feminine and all this good stuff. So I need a man that can just take care of everything so I can rest in la 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 la. Yeah. So if they can't do that, yeah, D, that's basically what I'm saying at this point. So if you can't do that, don't even get married. Look, go ahead. Look, Lulu said, we don't want to look after a grown baby. But let me guess, you want a man to baby you. So you don't want to look at a grown baby, but a grown baby, you want them to look after you. Like you want them to take care of you and treat you as a baby because you the woman or the baby. I don't know what you would consider yourself in that role, but I think you want somebody to do something that you're not willing to do. But I digress because y'all don't want any responsibilities outside of yourself. At this point, if you're the happiest when you're single and no children, you can't even argue that. At least they said the men, they're less happy when they don't have a family or a team together. Like they get more enjoyment out of having it. You get enjoyment out of not having it. You get happiness out of not having restrictions, not having responsibilities. So you take that how you want to take it. Don't take it up with me. Take it up with the expert in behavior science. We got experts in every other field. He's the expert in behavior science. Don't fight me, fight him. The only thing women want responsibility for is themselves. I pay my own bills. I take care of myself. I don't need nobody. I am good with taking care of myself. Y'all know the famous words. Say it with me. I can do bad all by myself. I have no idea what that means. I have no idea I can do bad all by myself. But listen, It's what I'm noticing, right? Can y'all acknowledge this too? And ladies, don't lie. Some of y'all a little bit older, so don't take this offensively. But women don't grow up thinking about marriage anymore. They don't dream of their wedding dresses and things like that anymore. Just be honest. They dream of their education, getting a bag, getting them coins. That's what they dream about. Let's just be honest. That's what they dream about. I got to get my coins, chase them coins. They dream about independence, not relying on them. I can do good. Oh, yeah, you know what? Go ahead, sis. I can do good all by myself. I'm rocking out with that. Oh, snap. Yeah, we in here live. You know me. We live. We're live up in here. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. But that's just the truth. Everything is by themselves. Men, stay away from me. And if you do come around me, look, Lulu, you light my chat up today. Let's be honest. Y'all men want a maid for a wife. Okay. If that's your honest answer, you know what? When I drop the link, I wish you would hit it. This ain't like Cheeky show. I'm just tell you that now. Cheeky, a nice man. Phenomenal man. He a lot nicer than me. But let's talk about the truth now. Let's tell y'all what the real truth and what the article really means. Children in marriage is a burden to women. Children in marriage is a burden to women. It's why they run from it. Y'all don't think there's no correlation to why less children are being born outside of the bubble? We got about like almost 1 million deletions a year. Almost about 1 million deletions a year, right? So outside of, they don't want that burden, so they get about 1 million deletions a year. Hey, I don't need that. Also, if I'm somebody's wife, I have to do things. I'm responsible for things. And if I'm going to be responsible for anything, it should be easy. I should be with a man that alleviates all my issues. My life should be easy. Nothing in my life should be hard. If I have a child, he need to pay all the bills. Should be no struggle. Let me see what my brother Cheeky says. These silly women got the nerve to say you changed. You don't like women now. These dudes will. No, so listen, bro. They have been saying that to you, but that's not true. I'll say this. This is for the bad women. If you're a good woman, ignore it. Just had a conversation and acknowledge the very much lots of bad women, because 1 million deletions, unless y'all saying one woman had 500,000 herself, that's a lot of women. I'll digress from that, right? When was the last time? When the last time y'all felt like women feel like? When's the last time y'all really believe that women feel like having a child is the greatest gift? It is their greatest accomplishment. Fix your issues before you get into a relationship. Well, Chris, if they knew what their issues were and if they wanted to fix them, they wouldn't say things like this. But I'm toxic, though. It's fun. He's funny, but he's toxic. So I'm sorry, Chris. I appreciate you. You're a grown man, bro. Shout out to you and your fam. You might got it together, but let's just be honest. Most women don't want the slavery, bro. They don't want the slavery, bro. They don't want the responsibility for anything outside of themselves. A child is a burden. A husband is a burden. If I have to do anything for you that requires work and it ain't easy, burden. Life is supposed to be easy for us. Hard life is for men. We get easy life. Hard life is for men. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. There's 167 million women in the world. It's a lot more women than that, Sherelle. I don't know if you think the world is only the United States, but you might think that. Now, here's the crazy part about that article, right? This is the craziest part. Men became mature in marriage. Yeah, I know. That's why you shouldn't get married. I 100% agree with this article, actually. I do think y'all happy when I see women that be like 35, 40, no children, no man. They be like, girl, I'm just living my life. If you never told them that time is creeping up with them and they never knew time was an issue, they would be in bliss. It's unfortunately you men that tell them the goddamn truth and make them realize, damn, your life gonna catch up with you. And then they got to go, oh, damn, do I have to think? And in the real time, when they just grind and get money, no children, I can go wherever I want. I got enough money going on trips. They love that stuff. None of that stuff is hard. None of them is really working hard jobs. We know who really working the hard jobs. Let's just be honest. None of them is like, yo, if all the women quit the force today, the society gonna stop, because where the lights gonna come on at? Where's all the water and the infrastructure is gonna stop? Yeah, that's not happening. But here's the best part about the article. This is the best part, y'all. Whoo, this is why women, whoo, yeah, be careful. This is, gentlemen, I did a show on Do Women Love Men? And this is why women hate men. Ooh-wee. Yeah, I said it. This is why women hate men. This is why. See, the article talks about a woman having freedom, not having children, not having a husband, single, right? Oh, Mother J. Hey, Mother J. Well, you missed out on some of what's going on, so hopefully you're not so angry when you watch the replay. I know, Sherelle. We're gonna see you in a minute. I'm about to wrap it up real soon. Don't even worry. Let me just say this. This is the real reason why women hate men. In that article, it talks about them being single, no children, because we understand a husband is a burden and a child is a burden. Here is why they hate men. In order for a woman to get a husband, she needs a man. For a woman to get a child, she needs a man. She gonna hate you because the one thing that she needs for happiness is sex. See, the article didn't say women without sex was living it up, was enjoying it. They still want to go to the boom boom room. Yeah, they still want to go to the boom boom room. But if you, said man, impregnate them or try to marry them, their happiness will decrease. See, this is the funniest thing, right? You'll hear men on these panels all day say, you can't listen to nothing a woman say. They don't even know what kind of food they want. They don't even know what they want to eat, right? But in the same breath, we'll listen to a woman that says, I want a husband. No, we can't listen to you, because you may say you want a husband, but if I become your husband, you're going to be angry at me. You're going to have, because in order for us to become husbands, it requires rules, restrictions. Yeah, the two things that you don't want. You want your freedom. Why do you think young women are never in a rush to settle down? Hell no. I'm living my life, living my best life. Why? Their body's in the best shape it's ever been. Look, women will tell you this. I gave you a baby. She don't say he gave me a baby. She say, I gave you the baby. I did it for you. I put my body through this for you. She didn't say, you gave me the child, the greatest thing ever. You gave me this burden. Now listen, if raising children should be hard, women should be what? Running for hard work or running for easy work? Running for hard work or running for easy work? Which one would it be? I'm truly intrigued. Which one would it be? Do women want hard work or easy work? I'm going to just tell you like this. Do not marry women. Don't do it unless you're rich. Unless you can alleviate everything that's hard in life, don't marry them. They do not want nothing in life that is hard. There's somebody going to put in the chat, who would want a hard life? That's what they're going to put in there. Yeah, that's what they're going to say. They don't want nothing that's hard. They don't. So unless you're rich, unless you can alleviate almost all their issues, don't marry them. Think about it like this, because I'm logical, right? A lot of men can come to this life. The women want both the best worlds. They do. That's why they're not getting it. And that's why they're enjoying being single right now and not having children. That's why you got almost 1 million deletions. And I'm sure it's probably 2 million of them, but we can't calculate them all, because most of the time, they doing stuff that's undocumented. They willing to go all other countries to get their stuff done. So I'm just being honest. They don't want anything that is a burden to them. They only want a joyous life. They only want a joyous life. And the only way for them to have a joyous life is a man Only rich men should get married. Don't marry these women. Unless a woman tells you this, and I'm going to be honest with you, right? Unless you hear a woman say, I am great. Listen, when on these panels, they say, listen, would you be okay with a man making 50 grand, the average man? And they say, I could work with that. I could work with that. Now, I'm just asking you. When's the last time you heard a woman say, I'd be grateful for a man that could help me out with the bills? 50-50. Ain't no relationship 50-50, but they manipulating y'all with those words. I'd be grateful for a man that can help me out with these bills. Grateful. When the last time y'all heard a woman say she's grateful? Unless it was a rich man. Unless it was a man with resources. When the last time you heard a woman say she's grateful? Just being honest. They're not grateful for you because if 70% of the men are so-called average, right? They ain't grateful for none of y'all. They say, I'll settle for them. I'll settle for them. And let me just tell you now, if a woman is not grateful for you, you have no value to her. If a woman is not grateful to you, you have no value to her. I'm going to just be honest with you. And if a woman, I'm saying, if a man paying half of it, this is what the problem is. In a woman's mind, you paying half the bills is not worth the headache that you are to deal with. You can pay half the bills, but I got to clean your underwear, or I got to make food for you. Or now Empress Carmen was up here and said, look, I love to cook. I love to make sure people eat. Look, I got to cook for myself. So why would it be a problem cooking for another man? Why would that be a problem? Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. Timeout says the only thing that isn't a burden is their daily wine bottles, brunch, mimosas, and their cell phone. Social media, no doubt. Social media is the easiest platform for them to get onto. You ain't got to pay for it. Could you imagine if you had to pay for some of these sites? There's a reason why dating sites is free for women mostly. They ain't about to pay for nothing. They don't want to pay for a man. Listen, men don't have value to them unless they work for them. And then they'll be grateful. Listen, I'm grateful to have a husband that can pay all these bills and take all this stress off of me. Listen, I'm just telling you, men, if you don't got it, don't marry these women. They're ungrateful. They're ungrateful. They truly are. You are so much of a burden. Men are so much of a burden to them. You taking 50% off, and I'm going to be honest, most men ain't doing 50-50. Most men probably doing 60-40, 65-35. Like they normally putting way more money into a relationship than a woman is. But the argument is always going to be, well, I pay my part of the bills. No, you don't. Like, and then the money that he pays for other aspects that are not even on the monthly list. But we won't even get into that. Y'all just ungrateful. And then I'm gonna be honest with you. Now I know why. We doing this to y'all. We been ignorant and saying, oh, let's marry them because they want marriage. That's what they asked for. Then we read the article and say, no, they want to be free. They want free and no children, no liabilities, no responsibilities, and no burdens. Children are burdens. Burdens. And none of these women could deny that, because none of these women, and look, when I say this, they're going to take it the wrong way, but I don't care. None of these women want to take care of children by themselves. None of these women want to take care of children by themselves. There is almost nothing a woman can do by herself except take care of herself. And I'm going to just be honest with you. That's probably your greatest gift to society. If you don't want to have children, it's really probably your greatest gift to society if you don't want to have children, because you don't want to do anything for anybody else unless they're homeless. If you feel sorry for them, Oh, I cook that homeless man some food. Daryl, I'm not red pill. I'm literally breaking it down. CC, I've given you numerous opportunities to come on the panel. You come up by yourself. I know that's a difficult thing to do, because you have to stand mano a mano across the platform from me and express yourself correctly. And I know that's fearful. I know that's fearful because you might fumble on your words. It may not come out correctly. I'm just being honest. I'm not even mad at y'all about it. I just don't want y'all to lie to us. I just don't want y'all to lie to us. I'm not mad at y'all. We the ones giving y'all the child that y'all don't want. Y'all don't want these children unless we, i.e. the man, takes care of all the problems for y'all. Look here. I got the family. Y'all just want to be responsible for yourselves. Y'all just want y'all money for yourselves. Everything is selfish, but y'all want a selfless man. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Those days are over with. Those days are over with. Now, I'm perfectly fine with playing this game with y'all, whatever y'all want to play. Just bang, 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 and y'all possibly get a kid and all that independent woman stuff is out the door because y'all going to go back to relying on some resources to help y'all because y'all want to be at home. So it is men's fault. I agree with y'all, ladies. It is men's fault. It is that we listened to y'all when y'all said y'all wanted a husband. We didn't know that y'all wanted freedom. Because having a husband is the opposite of control. See, men are going to control you if they're your husband. What the hell else do they want to be your husband for? Restrictions and rules, compliance, legal rules. That is what marriage is. So I understand now why y'all mad at us. But listen, the one thing that they didn't talk about the happiness is sex. Y'all need that sex. That's the one thing y'all not willing to give up. Y'all listen, y'all, those children, delete it, gone. Y'all drop them off at the fire station. Shout out to AM. He had one short where they had this I'm not even sure what type of door it was where you can just open the panel or whatever and put the baby inside and leave. They got all kind of ways for you to get rid of your burdens. All kind of ways for you to get rid of your burdens. But if we continue to listen to y'all, let's check this out. Aaron, please stop complaining and do what y'all need to do. Make the money to have the family. If not, leave women alone. Okay, let me ask you, Lulu. If that, you know what? Let me drop the link. You know what? Because maybe I'm off. Maybe I'm off right now. Maybe y'all can give me the insight that I'm losing, right? Because the issue is money. That's what the claim is. The issue is money. The issue is money. Okay. The issue is money. Men just need to make more money, and then everything gonna be all right. Okay. Well, I'll drop the link, and I'm willing to have the conversation of why you believe that women don't value their freedom, that they actually do want to be married to men that are not rich. Here we go. Men be neglecting their woman's needs in marriage. What do you need? What do you need in marriage? Cece, go ahead and hit the link. Go ahead. It's 2023. Go ahead, get brave. Go ahead and hit the link. Go ahead and do it. Because listen, you are probably one of the very few people that I would love to hear from. Go ahead and hit the link. Go ahead and do it. Now, I know. My nerves is bad. Lulu says, I'll stick to you. No problem. I expect the fearless men to come up here and tell me where I'm wrong or right at. And I expect the women to hide. Now, I'm not mad at you. All I'm saying is it's our fault. Y'all don't know what y'all want to eat, but somehow y'all know y'all want husbands. Get a husband. If he not rich, bad idea. Men, I repeat, if you are not rich, do not get married. Men have money. Do you have duty to be a wife? Listen. Chris, it don't matter. They don't want to do anything but take care of themselves. Can we just be honest?
Oh, y'all know I'm coming and hold it down for the women, okay?
Oh, you gonna hold it down for the women? Okay.
You know I'm is, okay?
Listen.
Let me tell y'all what women need.
I love to hear it.
And y'all ain't doing enough.
So what are we supposed to do?
Like, I'm just saying, like, I think women like companionship. And I don't think that men make good companions all the time.
Okay. All right.
You know?
So
That's why women, just think about the stuff that women love. They want to be in groups. They want to be with their friends. They want to have fun. They want to enjoy life.
Yep.
They like, the simple things. I think when a little girl is young, when they fall in love the first time, it's because they like the men. They little boys, because we fall in love around 16, 17. These little niggas ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? And we be just all in love because that's naturally what women is. And until we grow up and then we realize that
when do y'all grow up?
We be growing up like, around 25.
Around 25. Okay. All right, fair enough.
First of all, hey, how you doing, Aaron?
What's up,
Cap? Nope. I'm
Cheeky don't start with me. Cheeky don't listen. He a black man, don't listen. Got his show taken down because I told him not to play that video.
Even when you think you got power, you don't.
Guess what?
Oh, the pettiness will not end.
I do have power. Ha 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 ha. Now your ass gone.
Y'all need help.
Y'all need help. Jesus Christ.
I need help.
I think we still, a lot of even men, to the men who still hold a lot of hatred, or even just sounds like they hold a lot of hatred or distrust for women, they still have an idea of what a woman should be. And typically a lot of the times I think it's like overboard for what they are. Like they have to be borderline perfect in the standard they hold for us. If we're not borderline perfect, what's the point of us? And I feel like if we get trapped in this idea of what a woman's supposed to be or what a man is supposed to be, and it's not reasonable, a lot of people are still going to be quote unquote unhappy and miserable, and they think the grass is always going to be greener on the other side. But a lot of people are the same. A lot of people have the same fucked up problems in some way, shape, or form. So you might as well figure out with this one motherfucker instead of going through the same fucked up problems until you find that one person that doesn't really have any. So if you find him.
So CC says men's expectations of women is unrealistic. So I'm interested in knowing what of our expectations has changed since 1960. I'll say what expectation has changed from then.
Aaron, the woman got fat. Wait, Aaron, that's hilarious. I think that she's projecting. Like, that is hilarious. Women's expectation of men has definitely changed, but men's expectation of women have not changed. Men have always expected their women to listen to them, to follow them, and to cook, clean, and stay fit. That's always what men have been expected of their women.
So, Sherelle, what's the alternative if the men don't do what y'all ask?
I think that what's going to continue to happen is that, because first of all, let's just get this together. Men made themselves unimportant. Mm-hmm. They did it, right? Okay. They made themselves unimportant, right? Like y'all created social media, so now women can find companionship and friendship all over the place. Mm-hmm. Y'all let women in the workforce, so now they can make their own money. Yep. They don't need you. Y'all created all these rights and pushed all these laws and passed all these things so that women could be independent, right?
Yeah, correct. Yep.
Okay. Then y'all didn't just want to be with one woman. When y'all had y'all know how power work, right? When you get power, you abuse it. Everybody kind of likes to abuse their power. Mm-hmm. So when men had when they had all the power, they was abusing it, which made other men step in and be like, y'all niggas wild, right? Okay. And then all these policies came, and then now the woman is independent and she's having her time to abuse her power. Yeah. So honestly, the only women that are going to end up with men are the women who've never been scorned, never been hurt, and she got to be one in a million lucky enough woman to run into a man that's going to treat her right from the start. She never gets hurt. Or like the women that can actually heal and then find the man. But I mean, after 5 niggas play you, you're going to be a dog. And that's just it. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So what's going to happen is women are going to use men for their money and their sex and their time. And they're going to just do what they want to do. Because they end up with the same result either way it goes.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. So basically, you agreeing when I said when we should not.
Oh, I know that women. Matter of fact, the most happiest people on earth are women who are not married and who have no children. They're richer, they're healthier, they're happier.
That's a
They're more
damn
successful.
lie. That's not even
Yeah,
that is
That's
absolutely
not
not
even
true.
close to the
are the
truth.
most miserable bitches
They're
on the
the
face
most
of the earth.
miserable human beings on earth, right?
And
That's not even close
that's
to
a
the
damn lie. In their 20s, they're fairly happy, but when they're 38, 42, 48,
And that's the
they're
the problem.
miserable.
Men think they can just create a system and be like, this is what's going to make women happy. Being my wife and slaving in my kitchen and having my kids. That's what's going to complete her.
Secret
And
women
then
ain't
when
never
women
really
do,
happy.
and then when women get the freedom to do what's going to actually make them happy, and it actually go against what the man would think would make them happy, they're like, oh, well, that has to be miserable. You don't want to. You don't want to walk
really
around
happy,
9 months swollen with a baby sitting on your bladder and bust it open and keep having my kids and clean up. You don't want to do that for a man. You don't want to clean up after me like I'm a child. You don't want to wait until I get old and crippled and change my diapers. Like, y'all are crazy.
No,
Sherelle,
women
that's a false
are never
narrative.
really.
What you're talking about,
Why
Sherelle, is
you
very
cap?
surface level.
Why
It's
is she
not.
capping? Wait, hold on. Why is she capping so hard? Women. The first thing is women are never really all the way 100% truly happy. Women have spurts of happiness, little blurts of happiness, no matter what they're doing, no matter who they're around. When women are around women, they always have problems. They start getting catty. If I had $1 million for every time a woman said, hey, I can't stand other women. I don't like to be around other women. Women do this, women do that, women do that. I'd be a billionaire. Yo.
That's manipulation because women love to manipulate men. Most women will get around a man and tell a man whatever he wants to hear. That's a part of manipulation because women love to manipulate men so that we can get what we want from y'all. That's the best thing to do. So if I can figure out, if I look at a tent and say, I need to build this tent, and I can think, oh man, it's going to take me 3 hours to build that tent. Or I could pretend I like this ugly man right here and tell him that, oh, you're so big, you're so strong. You want to build my tent? You know what I'm saying? He's going to build my tent and I'm going to get rid of him. That's what women did. Women literally could have helped y'all build the world, but they just rubbed y'all muscles and said, build the world for us. We're going to love you. And then after the world was built, now they don't want to have y'all kids. Now they don't want to marry y'all.
But Sherelle, even in your own example, Sherelle, men didn't have the expectation of y'all to do that.
No. Hold on. Because I want to talk to Lulu because I know she's not gonna hit this panel. It's different over here. I would rather have a cat than dealing with men. They are less work. So, like I said, it's all about less. Y'all don't want to work for anything difficult or hard. It should be easy. Life should be easy, right? That's your understanding. Okay, I accept that. That's how you think the world is supposed to be. It's supposed to be easy.
But hold on. I want to touch back on what
nothing good comes
Israel
from
was talking about.
easy.
I want to talk about what Israel was talking about. Listen,
nothing good comes from
wait. I can ask one question.
I'm finish, y'all.
Hold on. No, because Sherelle wants to cut me off because she know I'm going to make a good point that completely trashes her argument. So, Israel, what you were saying is happiness is fleeting, correct, sir? Happiness is fleeting because it's based on what's happening.
Absolutely.
It's not something that's stable for you to build a foundation on to build your life around. So the fact that we're having this argument about I don't give a damn what makes women happy. I could give a fuck about what makes her happy because it's not something that I could build upon. Because she's going to be happy about a TikTok video today. She's going to be happy about a dress that she got tomorrow. She's going to be happy about a new hairstyle. And then she's going to switch it next week because that old hairstyle from last week ain't doing it anymore. So now she needs a new thing to make her happy.
You know the funny thing is, Omni, it's not that something happy. Wait, but Omni, it's not that something happy, something throughout her day is going to make her happy. Something throughout her day is going to make her feel shitty.
Yeah.
That's what happens throughout their day. They can't be happy all the time because something throughout the day is a problem is going to happen in their brain. Either they have beef with a girl, either something happened at work, either something with them when they're driving their car, some road rage type shit. Something happened throughout their day that made them upset.
Right. And Sway, you want to know Sway, you want to know the crazy thing? When that thing doesn't happen, they create it. When it doesn't happen, they create something to be miserable about, something to complain about. And it has nothing to do with manipulation, because most men don't really be listening. Most men don't give a fuck.
You got something to say, Sherelle? Now I got to respond.
Okay, yeah. So, is anybody on the panel have any experience on being a woman?
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah, I go to work every day.
Any experience?
Have you
Experience
experienced
with what?
I have to do my hair.
Does anybody on the panel have any experience on what being a woman is, what being a woman feel like, what women like? Like,
I got to do my hair every day.
Yeah, I have lots of experience on what women like.
I just want to know, is anybody on here trans? Was anybody born with an XX chromosome?
Yes.
Yeah.
Trans.
I was born with all three of them.
I can tell you exactly what it's like to be a woman.
I was born with X. I was a rare case. I was a rare case of XYZ.
Imagine, like, but that's men. That's men. Like, that is men. Because you know what? You know who created zoos and are going to tell you that these animals love being in a zoo because we feed them and we clothe them, but you ostracize them is what you do. Because that's what men do. You conquer things and then you tell people what would make them happier. This is the concept of America. You came to America to even though you found people here, you made their life better. You conquer women and then you tell them what's going to make them happy, and then you enslave them, you put them in bondage, and then for somehow you rationalize it in your head that you've made somebody's life better.
Well, most of the time men don't.
Y'all call y'all call the dog y'all's best friend. Dog is man's best friend. Yeah, y'all want to talk about the torture that they had to go through for y'all to domesticate them. The abuse that they had to go through for y'all to domesticate them. But in y'all head, y'all sanctimoniously think that y'all are always saving somebody. When you can sit up here and say, I don't give a damn what makes a woman happy. I don't give a damn about how a woman feels. But then you want to be with one? You need to be with yourself. Because in the other hand, you definitely want that woman to do what it needs to make you happy. You still want your little dirty dick suck. You still want to fuck. You still want a meal. You still want shit clean. You still want somebody to spit out your ugly ass seeds. You want what you want so that you can make your life happy. But you want to be, you want every, you want
Hold on, Omni. Let Aaron go.
You want to run domain over other people and over everything, and then think that you never have to put yourself in the mind of somebody else and care about what their well-being is, and then somehow think there's never going to be a pushback from that. If women literally, if their happiness was contingent on what another whole outside body, how the hell I can never say what a man want and what really makes him happy and what he thinks about.
Listen, Aaron, she's talking out two sides. She's talking out two sides of her ass. Because how could she say on one side that men built this great system that makes it so comfortable for women and does so much for women and put women in the power seat and put women in the driver's seat, but then turn around and say that men do not care about? That's the bullshit. That's the gaslight. Men absolutely care about women.
Did I say men don't care, or did I just say that a man on this panel?
Hold on.
You talk to me?
Men absolutely care about how women feel. That's the reason why we're in the position that we're in today. You said that initially, but now you're going to go on the back end and say, oh, the only thing that men do is they act sanctimonious and they conquer everything, and then they make it seem like they're making it better. Where your first statement was men have made everything completely better and women have benefited from it. So pick a struggle.
Absolutely.
Just real quick, I think it's really interesting.
That was totally bullshit.
I think what's really
and
interesting.
Here comes more of it.
You think so, Sherelle. Everything you said was totally
what's so interesting is women of other countries, women of other anything, women that are not in the West tend to want to be over here with all these miserable men and these terrible men. Every aspect of being in the quote unquote society that men has built is completely it's beneficial to women, right? Because what's so funny is we're talking about what it is that men don't do. They're not empathetic to women. They're not this, they're not that. But y'all aren't dutiful. You don't operate based on duty. So the things that are accomplished were done because we did it out of duty. This has to be done. So someone's got to do it. It's got to be me. But when you look at women and how they operate, based off of this article, mind you, happiness is a very selfish thing. You think that the wars that men fought, they were happy to do? Or did they do it because it was necessary, because they need to expand and do what's right by the quote unquote countrymen, which would include you, by the way? Do you think your ancestors was in Africa, right? Just sitting there where the women didn't hunt. They did what they needed to. They carried the water. They had their role and men had theirs. But because men are stronger, men move off of duty and they made sure everything was good. Now all of a sudden you're saying men don't think about women. The whole existence of men is to make sure you're okay. And in the process, make sure the children are okay. We move off of duty. We don't know anything less. The unfortunate part is you don't know how to wrap your mind around it because you're a selfish being. But it's okay.
Now listen.
Oh,
Cheeky,
so
Cheeky.
did I say? So did
What you
I
said
say?
is very important. What you
So
said
did
is
I
very
say
important.
that
Cheeky.
this
Go ahead,
man on
Sherelle,
the
but I'm
panel
gonna
says
get
he
on
doesn't
that.
care about a woman's happiness, so he shouldn't be with women? Or did I say mankind of men don't care about women at all? Which one did I say?
What you did was make a general.
No.
Consensus.
I said exactly what I just
You
said.
asked me a question. I'm answering your question. You made a general consensus about men. And
No,
said
I didn't make a general consensus. I made a general statement.
Consensus about men.
No, I made a general statement.
We act sanctimonious for the things that we've done and making it seem as if what we did was actually a good thing, and we're not, and we're actually women. And then not only did you no. So you're asking, did I say this general thing? You did say a general thing. You absolutely did.
No, I didn't.
What the hell? Hold on.
No, I didn't.
When somebody says, not only that, but she compared the relationship between men and women to domesticating dogs.
Y'all listen like men.
Oh my God.
You don't listen at all.
Y'all listen like
women.
Oh, God,
you want us to listen like women? You want us to listen like women? Hold on, wait, Sherelle, you want us to listen like women?
Y'all listening to what somebody says. Y'all listen to what conclusion y'all can draw from what somebody says to rationalize it in your head and spin it. You never listen just to listen.
Sherelle,
just literally
ain't no way you just said that that's how men think.
She literally
You know damn well that's how women think.
At all. The women in the chat, we gonna deal with this today.
But
nah, Sherelle's just on the opposing end. That's why she's making up all this bullshit. Because usually when Sherelle don't got to defend the women, she can just come here and speak how she really think. I agree with her, not like most of the time, but up here she says I'm coming up here for the women, so I really think she's just fighting for the cause.
You know what's so crazy about the entire thing? It's
Cheeky. I just want to touch on this, man. You said that men have to go out here and do what we need to do to make sure that the women are okay. There's a difference. There's a difference between okay and her happiness. There's a difference. To make sure that you're okay is make sure that food is in your belly, that there's a roof over your head, you got clothes on your back, that the needs are maintained. But what women, and especially modern women, talk about more often than not is luxury. They want luxury. They want a nigga to go above and beyond so they can take trips and whatnot and all of this extra stuff. But when a man makes sure that the household is straight and everything is okay, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna look at that man like he's a bum.
Let's just be real. Let's just be real. That's the cat.
I don't even think it's that.
Luxury is something now, but men care about luxury too. Men care about luxury just as much as women. They just don't care about women wanting luxury. That's it. They just don't care. You just hate that somebody else wants something that's opposite from you. Y'all have the most luxury cars. Y'all go spend money frivolously when y'all get money. There is nothing like every time you see a millionaire man, a billionaire man, he has to walk around with all this stuff. But let's just be real. There were literally societies where women decided to go be with themselves. Literally societies where women decided that we're just going to build our own societies. You know who? And they were surviving on their own until men wanted to come and conquer them.
What society is
that women can survive without y'all.
What society
stuff that they want for themselves, and y'all still come and destroy it because that's what y'all do.
You can't survive without men if men come through and fuck your shit up.
No, you did. That's also
you really can't.
That's like 1 + 1 = 2. Because men don't cry about other men coming through and fucking their shit up and saying, "Oh, we can't survive without women."
Not a group of black men on this panel talking about who don't cry. Because guess what? Y'all was just conquered on this same America that y'all live on today. Your people was just enslaved for 400 years, and y'all was crying for 400 years, and y'all niggas been crying ever since y'all got out of slavery. What are y'all talking about? They got groups of niggas crying about reparations. We got groups of niggas crying about injustice. Every time y'all get shot, I'm black, and it's so hard for me. Red line, Jim Crow, y'all be crying. Y'all be crying about getting talked about other men. Yes, y'all do.
It was a woman who discovered the Underground Railroad, so you niggas could get through. And that's why she had a gun for you niggas that wanted to go back. Are you stupid?
Yo, she only freed 36 slaves. What are you talking about?
Who discovered the first college for black girls? It wasn't a man.
What are you talking about?
Been over here just doing the damn thing, and we've been sitting back relaxed. No,
shout out to my guy. Shout out to my guy KGY. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. We're working over here. They just want to yell right now. That's why I'm listening and deciding how I'm going to break down this conversation. So I'm gonna just let them yell right now. That's what they want.
Aaron, have them to list. Have them to list at least 10. Have them to list at least 10 women inventors. I'll wait.
No. You don't have to do that.
No, we don't have plenty women inventors. That's the thing. Y'all are so disrespectful. Go if you don't feel like there's throughout history that there isn't 10 women inventors. That's the point. Y'all are always talk about it. Y'all will sit here and disrespect women inventors when none of you niggas on the panel ever invented a motherfucking thing. Y'all are bragging off what another nigga did, but y'all will actually disrespect inventors when y'all ain't invented shit.
Name 10.
Y'all only bragging off other great men. Y'all are not great men. It's been a small percentage of great men doing things that y'all get to ride the coattails of. Y'all are always talking about how men built the world. What have you built?
When we got
you niggas don't even know how to work a hammer. It's a bunch of niggas who ain't did nothing. There's men built the world for women, and men built the world for you too. Cause your ass ain't built shit.
Yes, you said so.
It's almost like she's saying men are bound by duty to help even men. It sounds like men are benefit to everybody, both men and women. And you know what's so crazy? It's not like men benefit. It sounds like men benefit from men, women benefit from men, and kids benefit from men. So on every aspect, it sounds like men actually are the most integral part of any society that's ever existed. You want to know why? Because even when women had their own society, guess who came through and wrecked it? And guess who needed to protect it after they wrecked it? Men. So by every metric, you are the weaker. It's perfectly okay with being weak. It's fine. Not everybody's strong, and that's fine.
But Chicky, I gave them a moment to shine, and I told them to name 10 inventors, and they just yelled.
Necessary. There's 10 inventors.
Bro, like I said, man, it really don't matter, bro. It's like name 10 WNBA players. There's more than 10 WNBA players. You just don't know their names. It's irrelevant.
Hold on. Restructure question, right? So I'm going to restructure the question like this. Sherelle, what do you love about women and their attribute? What do you love that women attribute to society?
I think all the creative things came from women. And I think that women give men the motivation to build society. I think if it wasn't for women, men wouldn't have the motivation. So when I look at a bridge, I say, I bet you men built that to make it for women. I bet you a woman inspired that man. Even when I think of men inventions, I know a woman inspired that man. Women are inspiration.
Who inspired us though?
We are inspiration. No, we are born with inspiration. Let me talk.
All right.
Women are born with inspiration in our genes. It's in our spirit. It's in our blood. It's in our DNA. And we inspire. I mean, think about this. God gave Adam everything, and a woman still inspired him to do what she wanted him to do. It's something that God gave us.
I got you. So let me just make sure I'm counting.
Inspiration.
We got inspiration.
Shout out to the ladies.
Okay, so inspiration. What else that you are proud of what women attribute to society? So inspiration.
We bring life into the world. And I know you like to harp on deletions, but 1 million compared to 187 million women in America. Y'all know I meant America and not the world, but you know
Don't
America
include
is the
men.
world to me. But nobody said nothing about me. Now,
How you get pregnant?
No. That don't let her get distracted. She's on point right now. Okay, so
Shit, we left her ass out in the woods.
Y'all
Back in the day, how it was.
Guys, slowly.
She gone.
Oh my God.
Inspiration, and they bring forth
women survived in the woods. A black lady in the
Man,
jungle.
you're not
is
surviving in the
responsible for
woods pregnant by yourself.
a black
You
woman in
gone.
the jungle. A black woman in the jungle, and y'all know black women made y'all in the lab. So don't get me started for real, because it ain't the show for the day. But let me get this together. A black woman in the jungle is responsible for every living being on this earth today. When you trace it back, you only find women. You know why? Because before there was men, there was women. But y'all created religion so that y'all can have dominion, so that y'all can be sanctimonious and try to make it seem like y'all make the world great when y'all don't. The perfect example of this is Zeus. The perfect example of this is Zeus. Y'all have wild animals in zoos.
We're not talking
for y'all
about the men. We're talking about the women that their attributions to society.
Okay,
not with men.
Women give life. Women give inspiration. Women help create society. Women help with everything. Everything that y'all do, we do it right alongside y'all. We are loving. We are caring. We everything. We are wonderful. We're women. We are women.
Okay. I got y'all right now. Don't you think it's better for women to just be with women then?
No.
Why not? Why do you think men are a better fit for women than other women are?
I think, you know what I think? I think men and women should only come together when it's time to create children. I actually don't think that they should functionalize in society together. Because I think right now women and men don't appreciate each other for who they are. You see what I'm saying? I think back in the G, women understood the difference of a man. She loved and accepted a man for who he was. And men felt the same way about women. They just knew they was different, but they loved and accepted them who they was. I think now we love people for who we want them to be instead of who they are. And that's why we don't really love them.
I get that. So let me ask you this. What directly have women have done to better your life?
What?
What have women directly have done?
You heard what he said.
I didn't.
You heard what he
said. She's just listening like a woman, guys. Don't do that.
Now, Kiki, since you like to do that to me, now, like I said, women have done great things. Women have done great things.
No. To better your life.
They've inspired men to do hard work.
No. I want to know what women have done to better your life. What have they attributed to the development of you and how you receive the world? What have they done for you?
Women. A woman birthed me. Mm-hmm. A woman breastfed me so that I could survive. When I get sick, women take care of me. Every time I go to the hospital, there's nurses in there and women to help me in there. You know what I'm saying? I had women school teachers. That's who helped me learn. I've had women police officers help me out in certain situations, certain hostile situations. You understand what I'm saying? So I think that women, they contribute to the world, to society just as much as men.
So if that's the case, why are women saying they don't want to work and they want to take care of children? If you're saying it's so much more beneficial for them to be police officers, nurses, and they impacted you so much, why are they trying to cower out of those positions?
Because you know what I think the most important job that a woman could ever have is being a mother.
Okay. So
I think that if a woman doesn't have kids, and that's where I gotta come from. If a woman doesn't have kids, she can functionalize in society. She can go do these jobs and things like that. If she's decided not to have kids, I think that really will be simpler for her. But I think
real quick. If she decides not to have kids, don't you think she should stay away from men as well?
Yeah.
Yes. So are women capable of doing that? Because the article I just read literally said women like being alone. Women like not having children. They like being single, but they don't want to not have sex.
So what I do know is women are sexual beings, right? Even so, more than men.
Okay.
Right? So let's talk about it. A man has a penis and he uses that for sex. And that is his functionality, right? Okay, so the woman is actually the only being that possesses a body part whose sole function is only for sex. A woman's clitoris is only created and God only put it on her body for sexual stimulation. Okay. She is a sexual being.
So why did God make men stronger than women?
To protect us and serve us.
Protect y'all from whom?
Animals first, and then y'all, because y'all went crazy.
So to protect y'all from animals, but y'all was surviving and thriving on your own when we wasn't around.
Because we used to have to do it ourselves, but it was easier to make y'all life. Men make life easier.
So men make life easier for y'all. Oh,
they make life easier.
When they want to act right.
That's the performance
when
that
they
you need.
Want to act right.
But I'm gonna tell you about men. Men are a
what
badass.
Is this act right that women keep talking
about? Men are
about?
a badass Frankenstein experiment.
Break it down.
Because we created you for one purpose, and that was to serve and protect women. Right? That's why we created you. And then you felt like because we gave y'all too much testosterone.
Aaron,
and y'all don't know what to do with yourselves. When life gets too easy, y'all get bored.
Hold on. We're here to be your slaves, but you can't be our slaves. That's what you say.
That's what you was created to be. You gotta take that up with God, baby.
Hold on.
We're here to be their slaves, but we're more logical, and we do everything strategically in war. We're more dangerous. We're more violent. We have more testosterone, but we're meant to be their slaves.
Sherelle had a really miserable gilded.
Sherelle had a really good point.
We're having this conversation.
No, she didn't, Cheeky.
Yes, she did. She had a good point. She made a point, right? She made a point. I'll make the correlation. She just said black women created men to protect and create them, right? But then she also correlated black men being in America being dominated by other men. So it sounded to me like we just happen to be better than y'all, and y'all got to get over the fact y'all got dominated, just like we got to get over the fact we got dominated.
Yeah,
that's what you believe.
Y'all got that's what she believes.
Okay, so listen, women did. Let me tell y'all this. When y'all was in slavery, I'm gonna let y'all know that black women was in slavery step by step, toe by toe with y'all. There wasn't. We was picking cotton right with y'all.
No, Sherelle. No, Sherelle.
We was getting
you're losing it.
So Sherelle, listen.
Sherelle, you can't make the comparison. You can't tell black men.
Black women, which is sad, right? Which is sad because black women are the ones with the history of being birthed to a group of men that can't protect them because they always get dominated by other men. So congratulations to other women who get to be softer because they were born. They were born to the conquerors, and we was born to the conquered. Slow down. We were born to the conquered, and they was born to the conquerors.
Stop, because now y'all starting to ruin the.
You wouldn't let me say nothing, Aaron.
I know. Hold on, one second, because I was listening. That's what I try to do best. Sherelle said that everybody comes from a black woman, and she used to dominate the jungle, right? So if that's the case, at some point, black people were in charge, right? And if they had other people, then black people had control of those people, right? So they were in charge for that time being, right? So you're indicating that there was a time when women were born and those black men had dominion over those other men that were not black. You just literally said that happened.
I'm agree to disagree with that piece. What I want to say is we should have left y'all.
No, the white people came out the mountains already just on it. You know what I'm saying? They came out the mountains like that. White people didn't exist as long as black people. They didn't exist for a long time.
Hold on, wait, people, please,
forever
respect the channel and how the show flows, please. Now I got Lulu saying that's not what she said. Okay, I'll reiterate. Maybe I misheard. She said we come from black women. The black women controlled and ran the jungle. She was in charge. So I just surmised. You're right. It was not verbatim. I surmised that there were black men because eventually they got involved and they produced people. Then those people were in charge of the people that came after them for a time being. Then eventually they got overtaken, which has happened to everyone historically. So what I'm saying is black women
every group of men
been born
every group of
dominance over other groups of people because black people own people as well.
Every group of men have had their time in history where they've been dominated. Every single group of men. There's not a group of men in history that have not been dominated or have not been conquered by another group of men.
I didn't mean to do that.
Hold on though, fam. This is the crazy thing about this, right? So why are we allowing, I mean, yo, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but there's no source, no information that points to the accuracy of women created men. Like that's the most ridiculous in a lab. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. Like that's like some super science fiction pseudo shit. You know what I'm saying? It's no documentation, no proof, no nothing that ever said that women created men in a lab. So that's number one.
Let me ask you a question.
Oh my God.
Let me ask you a question.
Wait, hold on. Y'all let Sherelle rock with all this nonsense and foolishness, but I can't even get 2 sentences out. Okay, go ahead, Auntie.
Israel, I want to ask you a question. How did you all, what were you all doing when we was in slavery, held by massa?
I wasn't born. We weren't born.
Matter today. I wasn't doing the damn thing.
Jay might have a case of being born.
When you became born.
None of us, nobody on this panel experienced slavery.
Wait, hold on. How do you think you got out?
Did the man let you out?
How did you got out of slavery, Auntie J?
How did y'all get out?
Auntie J pretty damn old. She might experience it.
Black men helped you get out.
Y'all asses forgetting about the Underground Railroad, right?
Do you know how many people that that ancestor Harriet Tubman freed? 36. It was 36 total people.
Yeah, she still found a way to get y'all asses out.
It was 36. She didn't invent the Underground Railroad, and it actually wasn't a place like an Underground Railroad. It was what it was
act
called.
like Nat Turner didn't exist.
But let's be real. It was the combination of things that got us, and the most important thing that got us free was black women's biracials. Black women's biracials is the reason why we got free.
Hell no.
Yes,
that's a lie.
Hold on, Israel.
It was always a woman doing something.
What are y'all talking? What exactly? What are we talking about?
Please, let's ignore right. Let's say Sherelle's hypothesis is true about how creation happened. Men beat the hell out of women like we normally would have done, and they lost control. So that just puts the onus on them. Y'all created things that y'all couldn't control, and we're better than y'all, stronger than y'all, and we built the rest of it. So it's all good. Now what?
I couldn't withstand the pain that we go through, man.
So now what? What do you mean? So now what? When come back? That's what y'all the ones complaining. Y'all the ones that complaining. We making a comeback. This is just the beginning of the revolution. The revolution would not be televised. Okay, y'all are honestly think that they got a woman want to be sleeping with ugly niggas.
Don't you understand, black women, that you lose with this mentality? You lose.
The men
you don't have no when you wait, hold on, Auntie J, hold on. When you get rid of your protection, when you get rid of your leader, you lose, black woman. When you all of this sounds cute and fine and good, but as soon as something happens, you run to black men. Why aren't y'all protecting us? Why aren't y'all standing up for us? Why don't y'all do this and that? Because at the end of the day, y'all need us. And so you can keep with this narrative all you want, this chirp.
But y'all won't say y'all need us.
Fine and good. At the end of the day, if y'all keep it up, y'all in for a rude awakening. Y'all can't make it without us.
You all are.
Shit.
We already did. Women already
outside of baby,
don't want to have your babies no more.
It don't matter. Our penis work with any woman in the world. Our penis work with any woman in the world. Trust and believe that. We don't need you for shit.
You know what I said? They don't want to have your Negro babies.
It don't matter. I got 4 of them.
So all I'm saying is,
I got 4
Y'all
of
keep
them.
talking about you gonna run to
and
the
I got
black
women
man to
every
save
day
you.
begging to
When
have
have the
babies
black
with me.
man
So
ever
that's not
saved
me.
us?
Y'all
When have we ever
failing. You
ran
don't.
to you leave us? When we gonna run to y'all? What have y'all stood up and saved us from?
Y'all
Please
running to us
name one
now.
thing y'all have
Yo,
saved us
look
from.
around.
God
Women.
never saved us.
I'm always saving a black
No,
woman for some
what has the
bullshit
black
that she
man
put
just
herself
by
in.
himself
I've always
saved us from?
I've always.
I'm on
Didn't Haiti
that.
get us independent?
Just by yourself, just a group of black men.
Educate
What have they
me.
saved us from?
What the
No,
hell?
with no other help
Didn't
from
Haiti
nobody
get us
else.
independent?
Yo, you bring
We
the
can't
niggas
save you
to
because
I'm
fight.
you
pretty
want to
sure
go
Haiti
with
got us
bullshit.
independence.
We can't.
Jonathan told me that at
You
least.
know what you know what we can't save you from? Yourself.
Exactly.
The black man calls
There's
women
no protecting you because you don't want to be protected, and
Did
they
he
want
say
to
Haiti?
man
Haiti is
is
the poorest country on the
that's
planet
why.
right now. Is that
the
what we
black
were talking
man
about?
is
Why?
Black
That is
men
Hold
why
on,
black
what
women
y'all
can't
talking
find
about?
black
themselves with no
society forward.
protection because we tell you don't go over there and you go over there anyway. That's why.
Look, wait, guys. I
If you
think
listen,
it's
you
a
wouldn't have
lost.
to be in the situation in the first
Omni.
place.
I think we're not being fair to the women. They're the happiest they've ever been, according to this article.
Right.
Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say, but at the end of the day, if they're the happiest, hold on, stop. Hold on. If they're the happiest they've ever been, we'll no longer see them talk about passport bros. We'll no longer see them talking about anything else because they're happy.
We
And
don't
since they're
care.
happy, Auntie
Do
Jay,
you
you can't say you don't care when you keep telling me at 36 you just figured out how to keep a man. You keep confusing me on
And I
everything you
want
say.
to keep a man. That's what you misconstrue words. How to keep and want to keep, two different things. Don't get it twisted,
Okay.
Chief.
And let me
that's
let
great.
me tell y'all something
Well,
else that make black women
since you
happy.
don't
I was
care,
You know what
going
make
way
you know
black
what black
women are
women
happy,
you know what black
right?
men you know what black
And since
women
all
make
of
what
that
makes black
matters,
women happy.
I've
nobody's
never
going to
been
be talking
surprised
about
on
black men
leadership.
anymore.
You know
Sherelle's
what
going to be on
makes
panels.
women happy?
Sherelle's going to be on panels
Talking
and being
A
shit.
like,
woman
you know
We
what?
can't
like
I'm
to
the
talk
happiest I've
shit.
ever
tell
So
been.
we gonna keep on
I don't
talking
need to
shit.
talk about
That's
y'all
taking our
anymore.
happiness
That's the
away.
woman happy.
And we can't talk
Yeah,
shit
it
no
ain't
more.
Hey,
no
Hazel,
more
are you
talking
praying?
So we gonna keep
Is it a
talking
It
shit.
prayer?
goes
It
further.
look
When a
like
black
so
man
Sherelle is
y'all
talk
don't
shit, he
on
got
the
to
panels
talk.
and
Aaron, will you
saying
please take Sherelle's
all the
happiness
black
away?
women.
When a black man talk shit, this is the difference. When a black man talk shit, he got to back it
Who
up with
said that?
something.
Israel?
Women talk shit just to talk shit. Like when Iz talk shit, he can talk his money shit. You see the watch on his wrist. You see, you know what I'm saying, the type of glasses he's wearing. He done pulled up to the panels with the Versace robe on and shit. The shit is founded. When women talk shit, it's just to talk shit, and there's nothing to back it up. So that's why we get tired of y'all talking shit, because y'all can't back up nothing.
We just back shit up.
You didn't with no facts.
Talk
No
the most
facts.
shit.
You had
Women
no
will talk the
facts.
most shit post
Yo.
marriage and start fighting a
Yo.
nigga and then expect another nigga to pull up and defend her ass. No, you got it, sis. You was talking shit to the nigga. You got it. You
I
handle
pray for
yours.
my glasses on y'all.
If I talk shit enough, Omni got to fight for his, and believe me, these hands work well. So do not get it confused. Men and women aren't equal on any level, any spectrum.
Yeah, and hold on, real quick, Sherelle, did you say
Got
you
me on
witnessed like
dark
3
liquor
bodies?
tonight. Hold on.
Did you witness like 3 bodies last year outside your door? Did you say that, Sherelle?
What point you talking about?
Ma'am, I'm asking you a question. Do you not say you witnessed
It was
3
it
murders
was first of
outside
all,
your
no.
house?
Now what?
Ma'am, I just heard you.
Now what? What's next?
You and Passe Blanc just had a whole Creole
You're wrong.
motherfucking
So what's next?
jambalaya like the last like two fucking what's the names ago. Don't fucking front, nigga. I heard what
I
you
do
said.
not recall. I
Niggas
do
getting
not recall that situation. I have been quiet. I have not started any
you
mess.
lying. No,
Please don't
So
put
what's
me
next?
into it.
no.
And you about to come up here to say what?
And start
Niggas kill niggas?
To
That
say
happen every
what,
day.
ma'am?
Hold on.
Listen,
Hold
no,
on.
this is
That's
what I'm
y'all killing
saying.
each other. They got nothing to do with me.
Y'all
Coming on
can't
the
Got me
live
to do with
without
y'all.
y'all.
yourselves.
We can live
Jesus
without
Christ,
y'all.
man. This.
That's the
I want to
difference.
salute Empress one
We
time
can
for
live
coming
without
on the
y'all.
panel and
Y'all
providing
can't
the
live
women with
without us.
backup.
You said
A
what?
woman can live without a man, but a man ain't gonna live without a woman, okay? Don't
What?
get it
That makes no
twisted.
sense.
What?
What are you
What are
talking
you?
about?
Auntie J, get your fucking
What are you
cigarette.
talking about?
You crazy?
I couldn't hear him.
Auntie J, what sense is
That's
that?
actually opposite. That's actually
Guys, okay, calm down. Stop. Listen. Let's center it back. Let me ask this question. If single women with no children are the perceived or understood to be the happiest, what takes away from their happiness?
You.
I'm not bothered in no
themselves.
statement.
Themselves, Aaron. That's the answer. Themselves. That's why they have the highest.
Listen.
Women have the highest depression rate, and they take the most antidepressants of all time. They are destroying
And
themselves
men have the highest deletion rate. Instead of taking antidepressants,
men have always
because we got to deal with y'all.
Is that well,
That's
Sherelle?
why.
Listen,
So you're
Sherelle.
saying that women are you're saying that life happens, people get depressed, men delete themselves, and women go to the doctor.
Okay. So
That's all you're saying.
hold on, Sherelle. Actually, hold on, Sherelle. Let me educate you. So hold on, God damn, Auntie J, chill for a second. Actually, Sherelle, actually, women have more suicide attempts. Actually, women have more suicide attempts by far than men even have. It's just that men have more completion because men are men. Now, not praising it, not saying it's okay, not promoting it, but being that men are men actually do more lethal versions of self-deletions. What women would do?
You mean they can't
fantastic.
You mean they can't even succeed at that?
Doing better.
I can't. You can't say that. You can't say that, Posse Blunt. You can't say that, fam. You might
So
get hit.
you're saying, women, because men can complete the self-deletions, that mean men are happier than women?
Wait.
You're not listening. I'm gonna say it again, Sherelle.
Hold on.
Do y'all think y'all happier?
Guys, wait. Aaron asked a simple question. He asked a simple question, which is, what makes women unhappy?
Themselves.
Can I answer?
Hold on, wait.
No.
The simple response is themselves.
So
how is it that now that when a man just gives a potential one, which is themselves, he didn't say men cause it. He just said women are unhappy.
Because you're speaking for a whole being that you will never be, have never been.
He didn't speak for a whole being.
I'm using stats, data, and statistics.
He didn't speak for a whole being. He did the exact same thing Aaron did, which is quote a stat or an article. So the simple fact of the matter is, all he said was based off of the information that I received online, just like Aaron said, y'all happy. Y'all didn't fight Aaron on being happy, but now y'all gonna fight Fantastic for stating the fact that y'all have the highest rate of antidepressants.
But this is because so you're telling me that because women,
self-deletion attempts.
Everybody knows that women seek therapy. Everybody knows that women are more into dealing with their mental health more. Everybody knows that women are more into doing that. So that's saying that they're more depressed, even though y'all are the main ones causing other harm to other people. Y'all get depressed and start using street drugs. Y'all get depressed and then start deleting yourselves and deleting other people around you. That's what y'all do.
Why are you shifting it? We're only asking a question because we're keeping it on women because y'all are obviously the happier sex. So the question is, what makes women unhappy? Tell us.
Okay, then let me answer the question. Okay,
the holidays.
This is the thing. This is the thing. Women go through life just as much as any other human. Women go through life. Happiness is something when it's happening. So it's a difference. It's not saying that you would never have a sad day. You know what's going to make a woman unhappy? If she loses her job, she has an issue at her job, if she has a conflict, she runs into traffic, if something doesn't go her way, if she loses a family member, if she, you know what I'm saying? If she can't make her bills, if she's struggling on that, the same thing that makes any other human unhappy. Just because she's saying that I'm happier being single than not being with a man doesn't mean that she's going to be happy if her brother passes away or if her mother passes away. She's not going to be happy if the business that she worked at closes. Like, we're gonna go through ups and downs and failures as women. That would make us unhappy. Nobody's walking around truly just happy.
You're confusing happiness with joy.
No,
I'm
not.
Y'all just gotta see,
I'm not.
Sherelle, if what you're saying is true,
I'm not.
in all of those arbitrary terms and factors play effect in happiness, how can we trust this article?
You can.
And happiness isn't measurable.
Happiness isn't measurable. Not saying that people are going to be just happy. People are never going to have a bad day.
Happiness isn't measurable.
There is no article that that's gonna say any living being is never gonna have a bad day.
Wait, happiness is not measurable, and happiness is not undefinable.
Women are happier without you. Why is this such a pushback?
How many men on the
Because
panel?
you don't even know what happiness is.
It's stress on your life. Married
you don't
women
even know what happiness is.
Exactly.
You don't even
Y'all
know what
talking about
happiness
the
is.
ones that's on antidepressants and all that.
I'm gonna say it again. You don't
children.
even know what happiness is.
That's
No,
where it's
actually,
coming
it's more single. It's more single women than married women, so that's impossible.
Let's get to it. Let's get to it then.
Sherelle, it's more single women than it's more single women. It's more single women by far than married women, especially black
and the
women.
majority
So
of women, and the majority of women, and it's not every woman
I'll
is not
put
on
$1,000. I'll put a bet on that right now,
Y'all would
Sherelle.
take a 1 million. Y'all do know that there's 100 and something million women, right?
Way more than that,
take
Sherelle.
little bitty numbers.
Way more than that, Sherelle.
That's not how it goes.
Way more than that, Sherelle. And again, we know the smallest percentage of those hundreds of millions of women are married. Married women are the minority, especially when you talk about black women. Black women are the least married women of any group in the country. Thank you. So thank you for helping my point. So hold on.
No, the
married
women.
Say it again. No. Say it again.
Say
it. No, you slipped up, damn it. Don't fix it now. Don't try to fix it now, Sherelle.
I said the married women are miserable.
No, well, you can't count that for black women. Black women aren't married like that. Black women aren't married.
And black women aren't the ones who are on antidepressants the most.
Shit me, you're a damn lie.
Pull up that stat that black women are leading in antidepressants. Pull up the stat.
You're a damn lie.
Pull up the stat that black women are leading in antidepressants.
Hey, ma'am, let's not even count perks.
You don't have to say. You're just talking out your ass.
Weed, all these unofficial antidepressants y'all take.
And then
y'all out here snow powder, in the fence. Y'all don't do anything for antidepressants.
Hold on, wait, guys.
We need to make this a space for more women to come on the panel. Let
they don't believe y'all black men.
Hold on, TJ. Let Empress talk. Empress, go ahead, darling.
Okay, so I just have a few things and y'all can respond to them. How do you measure someone's happiness for one? I'm taking my glasses off for y'all. How do you measure someone's happiness for one? And then for two, to answer the question, what makes women unhappy? Me personally, I think what makes them unhappy if they're older and don't have kids is Christmas, holidays, Valentine's Day. Because I'm 25, I don't got no kids, but everybody around me do. And I'd be like, damn, I need to go get all these kids something for Christmas. And I ain't no point in me putting up no Christmas tree. Ain't nobody over here. Like, that shit is sad. So I can't imagine being like older and still feeling like that. That shit's sad as hell. And then to be like, oh, I'm happy. No, my bills might be taken care of, but I don't find that happy. But that's just
you know what though? There's actually an article to that too. Women get, thank you, Empress, for saying that. The older women get, women really do get lonely and more depressed when they don't have a family. When they don't have, again, you can say what you want to say, man. Biology and nature is undefeated. A woman's main purpose on this earth is to do what? Make more people, carry them, and have someone to nurture. That's why a big part of a woman's identity is her nurturing, her affection, that's why the whole soft girl shit's going on, right? The ultimate way you're going to bring that out is what? Not even a man, it's going to be your own child. So when you're a woman and you're having less children and you're out here trying to operate like men and work in compete in corporate America and do all this other stuff and listen to this bullshit that tells you you're equal with men, you're going to be more depressed and you're going to be more unhappy because you're not built for that shit. You're not.
That's what I wanted to say. I think women who overly, like, you can be someone who, like, okay, I'll have to figure out how to frame this. Okay, you can be a person who's ambitious, who just wants to do things. I feel like as a woman, some people are like that. But I feel like, so say like you go to school to be a doctor, right? And you're a lady, you're a woman, you get a doctor's degree, you're doing all of that. I feel like if you get married and you have your kids, a normal woman would be okay with leaving her job, even though she went to school, all that, because she's fulfilling her purpose. I don't feel like most women should just keep on working continuously if they found someone who can take care of them.
Hey, yo, you start to see women balding. You start to see women losing their hair and all of this stuff. They're starting to show signs of masculinity because they're trying to fit the role of masculinity that they was not built to do. They start losing their hair.
Wow.
They start dying younger. They start, you know what I'm saying, having more stress, more conditions, because women were not built to hold that kind of pressure and that kind of stress. Men were built for this. Women were not.
Word.
So
when men get married, they live longer. When women get married, they either live the same age or they die sooner.
You know, that's
That's
not.
a
I don't know
lie.
about that one, Sherelle. That's not true at all, Sherelle. That's not that. Yeah.
Why do we have Big Mama then?
No,
because Granddaddy put it down.
Y'all
and he
have
did his
gotta
damn.
learn impulse control. Stop. Sherelle, if that is true, because I read in the article, because I know that was going to come out, right? Women never want to give men more than what men give to them, right? They'll either give exactly what we give or a little bit less, but they're not trying to give us more, right? You'll hear
my daddy told me never be scared to work harder than the next person.
Hold on. Let me just frame this. You'll hear a woman say, look, I do 50-50 at the worst, right? That means he got to at least be doing this. He got to at least be making what I'm making. If you take me out to dinner, then I'll take you out to dinner. If he does XYZ, then I'll do this. They don't want to serve first, right? So let me ask you this. If marriage is more beneficial for men, and since we know women never want men to win in anything, why do women want to get married?
I don't think that women want to get married. I don't think the majority of women want to get married.
I do.
And I think that's why the majority of men, I think that's why the majority of women are not married. I don't know who they are having. If women wanted to just get married, I think it's simpler to get married.
So you think
men? I gotta ask that point of question. Hold on. I gotta ask her. I just gotta.
Hold on. I'm quiet for a reason because I pick my spots, right? I ain't just gonna keep yelling back and forth. Pick your spots. So if that's the case, the reason why women aren't getting married is their fault, not the man's, correct?
Yeah. You know I'm strong on that.
But let me ask you this. So Sherelle, you think that men benefit more from marriage than women do?
Yes.
That's what you
Like,
how?
how?
Wait.
No,
Stop,
hold on.
Stop, y'all. Stop. What are the benefits that men get from marriage?
I think that when men are not married, they don't really have much of anything, right? So if you don't get married, if you get married to a woman and you're in a home with one woman with one family, like that is more structure for a man. That's why they live longer. There's somebody else making life simpler for you, right? There's somebody you go to work, you do the hard stuff. There's somebody making life simpler for you at home. That's the way it should be. I'm not talking about y'all dysfunctional marriages. Now, with women, whether the same duties that they do in a marriage, they do it in regular life, but then now they have to do it times 1 or 2 or 10, depending on how many kids and other people. Women already have to cook for themselves. They already have to clean for themselves. They already have to work for themselves. Now they have to cook and clean and work for a man. And if he has a child, then that's an added person to it. Then if that person has a child, it's an added person to it. Men don't necessarily.
Why'd you say if he has a child? Why'd you say? Hold on. Why'd you say if he has a child when the majority of it is that she has a child?
Wait,
and not he.
Hold on, Fantastic. Wait. See, come on, man.
It's 10 of y'all
talking.
This
is the thing, right? This is the thing. So you just said, see, it's so many. Sherelle, if you really listen to yourself, you have some good points, right? But the issue is you really contradict yourself in the same sentence. So you're saying in one side that, oh, women have to cook for themselves, they have to clean for themselves. These are things that they're already doing that they have to do anyway, right? So if you're making a meal, if you're making a meal for yourself and you're making that meal but just making it bigger, that's the same meal you have to make anyway. If you're cleaning up your house and you have to clean up your house anyway, and you're just cleaning up your husband's house, you're just cleaning up the house anyway. So
you don't have to pay the mortgage for it.
Let's just be clear. Majority of households have 2 incomes, which means guess what? The woman is paying the mortgage. Yes, she is.
No, she's not, Sherelle. No, she's not. Sherelle, she's not. You don't know what you're talking about. Sherelle, you do not know what you're talking about. Sherelle, respectfully, you don't know what you're talking about. No, she isn't. Again,
Yes,
men are
Yes,
out
she
earning
is.
women still, and like Aaron said, most men are not doing 50, especially married. We're talking
Exactly.
married. Most of them in a marriage, a man is taking at the very least, I'll say 65, if not 70% or more of the
Well, that's
household
the
bills.
50%
And for the
of people that are still married.
that's not
They're
50% of
happy.
people.
The
No, it's
other
not.
50% that are
Sherelle, you know what
divorced,
you're talking about.
Hold on,
paying bills.
You
Fantastic.
know what
Don't
you're
let her
talking
off the
about,
hook,
Sherelle.
Fantastic.
Marriage
This
is
is the thing.
100.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. This is the thing, though. This was the contradiction I was trying to point out before she tried to gaslight again. Yo, so this is stuff that they have to do anyway. What I asked you was, the direct question I asked you was, how do men benefit more from marriage than women? And you gave a little bit, and then you went totally off the rails. So I'm gonna ask you again.
But
How do
because y'all don't be
men
letting me
benefit
finish.
more from marriage?
Okay, so this
I
is
didn't
the
cut you
thing.
off.
Men live longer. With men having to put everything in one household, that's beneficial to a man. Because understand this: if you're married and me and you have a child, if we get a divorce, you're gonna have to pay me. And if you go be with somebody else, you're gonna have to pay them too. Now let's decide to say you're not gonna get married to anybody and you decide to have children outside of wedlock. If all of those children have different mothers, you just spread yourself thin. You're not gonna tell me that putting your money into one household isn't more beneficial than having multiple households, which is why majority of rich people don't have a bunch of kids just all over.
Okay, all right. So
Yeah,
because
but
they know that financially it's not beneficial. So
why do you keep using the exception as the rule?
Y'all are
Hold on,
talking.
she keeps using the exception as the rule.
I know, but
Fantastic.
Majority of the women. Listen,
we're gonna restructure.
It benefits them financially. It benefits them
No, it
health-wise.
doesn't.
Okay,
no, it doesn't.
Okay, all right, guys.
And the more years live is not even more than 1 or 2 years. And that data too, if you really structure, you flesh it out, that shit is just some bullshit made up by feminists to make it look like men live longer because of fucking marriage. Bro, it's not the case. It's not.
Okay, they live longer because of marriage.
So let's not get caught up on it. Hold on. Let's not get caught up on it. This is more important component, right? I just be listening. I hear women already cooking and then they cleaning. Men are doing this if they single. Y'all telling me that all of a sudden that if you left, I'd be dead. I wasn't dead before I met you. So men are obviously feeding themselves, right? So what I'm saying.
But y'all was most likely.
What I'm saying is, men cooking 9 times out of 10 they don't, but men go to
high cholesterol.
Men are not cooking and cleaning everything.
Jarrell, the most famous cooks in the history of the most famous cooks.
You don't know one single man that's cooking and cleaning every day.
Yeah,
again, Sherelle, I'm gonna tell you again, Sherelle, I'm gonna say it again. Sherelle, the most famous chefs, cooks, the people who prepare food are men for a reason. What are you talking about?
Yeah, because you live in a matriarchal society.
No, because men do it better.
Yeah, because
men created it. Men created it, and men do it better.
Okay, so let's just talk about it individually. On an individual level, who are the best cooks in your family?
Me, the man.
I'm the best cook in my family.
I can do it all.
Not Granville, don't lie because you from New Orleans. You can never say you know the best.
I ain't fucking lying. I ain't lying. You can ask my whole family.
I'm the best cook in my family.
You can ask my whole motherfucking family. I ain't lying.
You look like you cook.
Sherelle.
Thanks. I'm big, nigga. Yes. I got reference, nigga. I eat good. I ain't get like this because I eat out fast food. I cook, nigga.
Now listen,
you think that
don't be putting my shit out here like this. I don't drive no trucks.
Nigga, you in a truck.
No, I'm not.
Do you think that women can benefit from a good marriage, or just no marriage at all? No marriage at all.
I think that women can benefit from a good marriage.
Anybody can. And I'm gonna tell you
what defines a good marriage to a woman.
When I'm just again,
when they send that nigga to an early grave and they collect his money.
No, because we would just marry senior citizens if that was the case, or we would just marry hood niggas because we know y'all ain't gonna last that long and just put big insurance policies. So that's not the case.
But let's be real, women ain't smart enough to go.
Niggas don't have insurance policies
on them. Duh.
It wouldn't last long enough for maturation. It would.
So
You gotta
your
have some
state
years. You
man
gotta
can
have some
work.
years behind an insurance policy to get it paid
No,
out,
you
Sherelle. So
don't.
that's
No,
why
you
y'all don't get them.
No, you don't. No, you
Even
don't. Y'all,
even with
I'm an insurance broker. No, you don't.
Nah, you
No,
don't
you
need
don't.
it that
Sherelle,
long,
That's not
fantastic.
stop
necessarily
it.
No,
true,
you don't.
Fantastic.
No, you
I
don't.
sell
You
There are
need
insurance.
you
there
need
That's
are
not
there are
hey,
there are
necessarily.
you
policies
need it
that go
longer than
into
these hood
effect the
niggas
same
survival
day.
rate.
That's
Goodbye.
not
You
There are
need it
necessarily
policies that
you
go
true,
need
into
it
effect the
longer.
Fantastic.
same
You need
day.
it longer than these hood niggas survival rate. I can
Fantastic.
tell
That's
you
not
that.
necessarily true.
No.
Hold on. I'm an insurance agent. That's not necessarily true. As long as you sign on the dotted,
nobody
as long as
cares
you
about
sign on the dotted
insurance.
line, depending on the insurance that you have, your policy is in
Wait till you
effect
get a
right
master
away.
mute button.
Big
Right.
fact.
We
Yeah,
don't
but you
wear
gotta
our
but
baby
Israel, you
down.
gotta
Even
pay
though
some
Israel is a
Israel,
boss
you have
man,
to
it's
pay
like
so
he
much
always
into
see
it.
the bigger picture.
Israel,
Y'all crazy.
Israel, hold on.
He the only person be up here talking with sense sometimes. Him.
Let's do this real quick. So Israel, if I get $1 million.
All right, guys, let's try to calm it down.
Okay, I
So,
just wanted to ask a question about the
no,
insurance thing, just
we're
real
not.
quick.
This conversation not about insurance. It's really about the happiness of women and how they're happy.
Okay.
That people
Right?
can learn from that.
Let's try to stay on
That's
top.
learning something people could learn from that though.
This ain't the show. I don't. Matter of fact, the title of it says women just want to have fun and be happy. And marriage
Well,
is a blessing.
Sherelle said they're gonna be happy from getting insurance payment from hood niggas. So, but okay, all right. Moving on.
Joking.
Sherelle
But
said a lot of
marriage,
things. So
the
we can
benefit
move forward.
of marriage can be, but it's not for everybody.
Give the rock back to Aaron so he could direct.
Okay, Aaron, one of the benefits of marriage is stability.
Get a rock me at the mic, dog.
Huh? Stability. Coming home every day to the same spouse. Having meals cooked. Having your clothes washed. Having your shit prepared for you to go to work. Even though she have to go to work too. Maybe.
Auntie J, nobody's doing that anymore. You're speaking from something that doesn't exist anymore. Men don't even require that anymore. Men, but I'm telling you, but you're saying
just let her
unnecessary
finish, dog. We
shit.
know. Fantastic. Just let her finish, dog. We know the truth, dog.
You got the bigger voice. There are benefits to having the same spouse sexually. We don't have to wear condoms. We don't have to worry about, do she got this? Do she got that? Do she have this? Because we know.
Y'all say a little talk.
Hold up. I make sure that he has his physical. I remind him, I make the doctor's appointments. I handle those things for him. Because most men, as we know, do not go to the doctor. There are some benefits to being married. Once again, it's just what's your flavor. You see what I'm saying? You're not going to sit up here and make it seem like that boy and girl ain't supposed to be together if that's what they want to be. If a man can come along and enhance my happiness, I thank him. But happiness is only temporary.
Okay,
That's not
all
long.
right. Stop right there. Stop right there. How can a man enhance your happiness? What does he have to do to enhance your happiness?
Say like if I'm in here eating my favorite.
Be her bitch.
See, there you go. And I'll never want a man to be my bitch because that's not strong enough for me. I don't want a man like that. I like the man. I love the man I'm with. To pull back the way he is, he's assertive, very assertive. So I like that. I don't like a man that's a pussy because I'll run all over him. That's not the type for me. So marriage has changed my point of view of how I look at men and everything. So it's been great for me. It may not work for you. The way y'all get up here and criticize.
Aaron,
Wait a minute. Don't call
Y'all
Aaron.
said let her talk. Y'all said let her talk.
Auntie J, did you watch the beginning of the video? Hold on, Auntie J, did you watch the beginning of the show? Or did you just come up here and not know anything that went on?
I watched the whole thing where he was talking. I watched.
Okay,
I heard you say my name on the panel this morning. On Fight Club. I wasn't even there.
What?
Okay. You had my name in your mouth.
Y'all said let her talk.
If you heard,
Fantastic, dog. I'm sorry. Fantastic. I apologize, sir.
Aaron?
I apologize.
Aaron?
So
What you gonna do?
Aaron, they are rude.
Aaron, what you gonna do? Oh, well, Aaron said we could do what we want. Now, what I'm saying is this.
A conversation is one person talking and one person listening. I see y'all try to overtake Sherelle all the time.
TJ, if you heard,
I know that was cheap.
If you heard Aaron speaking, then you would have heard him say very early in the beginning that this article is proving women don't want men to be in control. So you're saying something that is now contradictory to the beginning of the entire show.
I don't care about the argument about that book. Y'all go so much off statistics. It's ridiculous. They invade y'all
It's
brain.
about the show. It's not about the
This the show, Aaron Pick.
Talk about the statistics. No, we don't.
That's how we
Man, fantastic.
survive.
Go ahead, dog. Go ahead,
Weighing
fantastic.
probability.
It's about responsibility.
Fantastic. Go, dog. I'm sorry.
Probability.
Look, I'm saying, I'm sorry, dog.
We want the best possible outcome. So yes, we look at the statistics on things.
Men, thank you, Omni Man. That everybody, bro, Auntie J, even you saying that just proves the point. People hate when men are logical.
Okay, so what y'all gonna do the rest of y'all life? Sleep around?
What do you mean? Possibly, if you want to.
All right, listen, stop.
Wow.
Somebody, Auntie J, all I want is you to answer the question. You say you want a man to enhance your happiness. How do a man enhance your happiness?
Okay, so he enhanced it by, I just gave you an example. Like, I was in here eating this or whatever, and he came in and he know that made me happy to eat that particular thing. But he surprised me and brought me some more of that particular thing that I liked. That's just one thing.
So he helped you get fat as fuck. So he helped you get fat then. He overfeeding you.
Do you eat that every day? Do you eat it every day?
You niggas say shit.
Auntie J, do you eat it every day, all day?
I'm just going by what she said.
And it's not something it's not something you eat.
Listen, man. Listen.
So you don't eat it every day.
Auntie J,
don't you talk to me.
Your perception of marriage and whatever is outdated, Auntie J. Your age is not what this you need. Well, that's your problem. That's your problem. You talking about some shit that just don't fucking go along that way no more. It just don't. Men are not.
Your purpose,
y'all out here. You don't even understand what men want, Auntie J. You don't even know. You don't even know what men want. My purpose is to be motherfucking fantastic. That's what my purpose is.
All right. Okay. All right. We going. Look, I'm gonna start having my people mute y'all because this is getting crazy.
Y'all here go Lulu. Lulu telling the chat.
And then y'all not even asking the proper questions, right? So we've already identified, right? So let me try to understand. Women want to have sex, however, they don't want the burden of children. So how do we not become the outcome of their hatred if we're the ones that can get them the children? But they don't want them unless we do everything to take care of the child. Like they don't want to have to take care of the child. They want us to do it. So tell me how do we work together or not work together if every time we get together, there's a possibility that I'm going to become a burden to you?
Put it in her mouth and tell her to swallow.
Yeah, throw babies.
Oh my God!
Throw babies.
Put it in her mouth.
Well, the sad thing about it is, y'all, women are they want to flip the roles for whatever reason, Aaron. I don't know why, man. Again, that's the poison and the horrible part of feminism. Women want to be fucking men. They don't want to be nurturers. They don't want to take care of the kids. They don't want to do any of these things anymore. They feel like they ought to be able to do everything that a fucking man does, even that's to the where they operate sexually like a man does when they're not built for that shit. And that's why they claim to be happy, but they're not.
They like that because so many of y'all disappointed them and let them down, and left them out here with the babies to take care of by their goddamn self.
How did they get the baby? Auntie J, hold on. Auntie J, how did they get the baby?
Don't wait. She said exactly what I wanted her to say right there. Left them to take care of babies by themselves, right? So let me ask y'all this. Isn't it y'all job to take care of the children?
Isn't it their job to not get pregnant by a nigga they don't want to get pregnant by?
Let's not move the goalpost. It's your job to take care of the children, correct?
Well, when I had her, I thought it was our job.
Why? No, why is there an our job? If that's the case, it's our job to pay the bills. You don't get a man to pay the bills and help with children. When he come home, he shouldn't even have to talk to the children, look at the children or not. Because listen to how y'all talk. Y'all don't actually listen to what y'all say. Let me give y'all an example. I need a man that can provide so I can stay home and take care of the children. But when he get off of work and he's provided for me, he needs to help out with the children. That don't make sense. So do you understand how confusing it is when y'all keep saying, leave us here to take care of the children by ourselves? What about when the man is there, but he don't want him? I ain't take care of these children. I pay the bills. You do that all by yourself. Women never do it. They never do it.
Ever.
I literally did it.
Men just need to understand in any situation you deal with women, you are expected to carry most of the load. That's it.
The problem is Aaron is pointing out the contradictory ideal of this idealistic role. Y'all keep saying, I want a man to take care of all of the resources, which means that you'll be taking care of the relational parental role, which means he will not. You do realize that since the dawn of time, the only time men were interacting with children was during rites of passage, because they were trying to pull them away from the mother and behave a certain way similar to them. Outside of that, the moms were taking care of the children by themselves. It is very common that most women who are from a certain time frame around the 50s, 60s, maybe even in the 70s and 80s, that their fathers were known as providers, but not emotional people. They didn't connect, quote unquote, with their people. That is a common thing for a lot of women who know, hey, my father took care of he took care of us. We had a nice house, but he worked in the steel mill. So he worked 12 hours a day. When he got home, we didn't even see him. Sometimes we saw his plate. We wrapped it up. And then when he got home, he unwrapped the plate, or she unwrapped it for him, warmed it up. He ate, and he did the same thing the next morning. Some people never seen their dad. They just know that they had one because of the stories of the mother. So the fact that this was the case, and now y'all asking these same exact men to keep the same exact working habits, same thing, and be involved, you're putting more burden on the man than you're taking care of yourself because you're selfish.
So what we're gonna ask y'all to do?
Wait a minute.
So what we're gonna ask y'all to do, since y'all want us to be involved parents, go out to games, go out to the movies, and all this stuff, you're going to pay bills.
Simple.
Y'all so delusional. Y'all think the world is going. Whenever we change our mind and want something different, y'all men do all the changing. We ain't changing.
I don't mind
pay bills, and that's what it's gonna be.
Reach in that purse and pull out your pocketbook, man.
That's what I want. I want to do every goddamn thing.
So this is the thing. So this is the thing. As long as this is the mind state, the family is dead. It is not.
No. As long as it's the mind state of women that men have to do every goddamn thing, the family is dead.
At the end of the day, the family is dead. The ones who can make it happen, kudos to them. Other than that, the family as we know it is.
Did you say kudos? What the hell is the kudos?
Women are showing themselves to be the lazier of the two.
Yes, and selfish, like you said, cheeky.
Women are showing themselves to be the lazier of the two. You can't expect a man to work a 14 to 16-hour shift and then be responsible for all the bills and then help you out by taking out the trash and then help you out by changing a diaper. If you want traditionalism, how far back are we going with this? Because if you go back from the 80s all the way back to ancient times, the only time the man was involved was during times of rites of passage, which means that you didn't even see the sun anymore and you let it go with him.
Not only
since we don't have rites of passages, since we don't have rites of passages anymore, that means we're going to take the time we used to take to be spending that time to make him a man to work more, because that's what the economy requires. So now, if you want a man to do exactly what it is.
Why are they doing it by themselves?
You want a man to be traditional, 110%, like y'all claim y'all want. Don't want to pay no bills. Stop asking that man to raise a child, because that is traditional.
You know what's funny about that, Sherelle? You said
then
you mentioned women don't have the village.
Saying that society built
if you let the man have multiple women in the same house, you would have your village.
Boy, she thinks she's gonna manipulate this conversation. It ain't gonna work.
Sherelle ain't gonna say she ain't gonna back down, saying
because it don't make no damn sense. Her argument make no sense.
You don't make no damn sense.
It don't make no sense. You want the village, but you don't want him to have multiple women so you can take shit with the kids.
The only way that a woman is going to get help raising the kids,
all day, every day, but still be there for the children.
The only way that a woman is going to get help with raising the kids is if she pays half the bill. If a man is paying every bill, then he doesn't have to be influential in his children's life. But then when a woman takes a child away from a man and says, "Send me that paycheck on child support and stay away from my kids," y'all have a problem with that too.
She's being selfish as shit. She's being selfish on both ends.
Make him pay for it, but y'all are okay with.
She's being selfish on both ends. She's being selfish. She's being selfish
because you want what you want.
Yeah, she's being selfish on both ends. At the detriment of the child. At the detriment of the child.
You want to have your way.
You want to have your way. We're going to have our way. Everybody's going to have their way. No, that's really not it, Sherelle. This is y'all don't understand.
Really mad.
Sherelle, you don't
understand. Arguing about
boy, you knew out this bitch wilding in the chat.
But she won't get on the panel for shit.
Yeah, that's one of them Cynthia G bro.
Look at you.
She even made up like Cynthia G. She even made Cynthia G clone.
Who works 16 hours
Let Chris work. He's a 16-hour a day worker. Go ahead, Chris.
I don't care. He working for me.
Wait a month. Look at him over there munching.
I'm just like my daughter.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna go with Cheeky Rules, and y'all know Cheeky Rules. He not as nice as me. Yeah, like y'all gotta have a little bit restraint because I need to be able to hear y'all because I'm not trying to argue every single point. It does me no good. I'm gonna pick my spots, right? I'm looking for the area of where women are saying one thing, identifying how to isolate it. Just trying to debunk each of their points is not going to work. So once again, when Sherelle said, well, we just ask for the money and leave us alone with the goddamn kids, first of all, y'all then can't take care of kids doing that. We actually are doing that. So we bend the deadbeats and we just sending y'all whatever money that particular man can afford, because that's how life works. You don't get to create imaginary money that benefits you. You have to deal and work what you have. Y'all fell in those children. Last time I checked. So actually what Sherelle said was, y'all talk about to just pay the money and don't be involved in the children. Okay, we're doing that. And then what happened? Y'all still failing. Y'all still complaining. Y'all still crying.
Okay, so that means that it's going to take two. Okay, so you're proving the point that it takes two people to raise a kid. So regardless if a woman is a single mother who's not married, it's not going to be beneficial for her to be a single mother who is married. Because if the father is going to choose not to be influential in the child's life,
how you a single mother and married?
Not going to have a strong chance.
How are you a single mother and married?
Person.
How are you a single mother and
you know
married?
how a man is influential in this child's
Can y'all
life
hear
through
me?
you.
Fantastic. She said the or. You ain't hear the or. She said the or.
The mother is supposed to listen to what the father says.
No, she said single mother and married.
Look at them. Look at them. There's 6 of them talking at once. That's men.
Okay.
Well, you said some nonsensical things.
You say nonsensical shit all day.
Never.
Have you met yourself?
Stop it.
So again, Aaron is only proving the point that women don't want to lose. He's asking, or the question is, if you're asking for traditional things, this is what tradition was. A man is the sole provider. And if women are asking for sole providership, which is what they are asking for, then that means they need to expect the father to be absent in the rearing of a child. Now, if they're willing to compromise on that aspect, then that means he needs more time, less time to work and more time to be home, which then means somebody's got to pick up the financial slack in some degree.
Or y'all need to live above y'all means. Y'all need to live underneath y'all means.
Sherelle, you can say whatever you want to say, but again, this is based on two people having to agree to this. And if a woman doesn't agree, we already know what'll happen. The man will do what it takes to make sure it gets done. You already said, wait. Sherelle, by your own words, you said women are an inspiration. So if a woman says, I don't want to live in these means anymore, I'm going to inspire you to make more money. How do you make more money? With more time, correct?
Not really. The most people who make the most money don't. It's a time thing.
It is a time.
It's literally called buying back your time.
I think the best
I'm going to ask one more time,
way to make money is if you don't actually have to put the time to make that money.
One more time. How the way to make money is you need more time. No. You spend more time in order to make more money. You have to.
No.
All right, Aaron, if we can't compromise on simple things like this, I don't know what to tell you. Because if I'm not mistaken,
I make
Aaron,
more money.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Anton is a multimillionaire and he don't got a lot of time.
I started making more money not with my time. It was creating points for me to make money using somebody else's time. That's how I made more money.
It's still more time.
I can only drive so many hours a day. The fact that I have other trucks and other people are driving, I make more money from them than I actually make money driving myself.
It's still more time. It's still more
realizing
time.
What you're saying.
Yeah, it's still more time. Even if it's not your time, it's still more time.
What we're not going to do is entertain this, right? And
the richest people in the world are not. It's like, oh yeah, I'm working 24 hours a day. No, they just have a bunch of people working for them. That's how you make money.
No, they have to manage those people.
No, they don't. Steve Jobs was.
No, you're missing. You're missing. Talking about a dead nigga.
We wasn't managing everybody at Apple.
Regardless of what is going on,
CEOs are people
average man, the man.
The Waltons are not
regardless of what is going on, the man who has to make more money, typically the majority of men are going to have to spend more time working. So if you want a man in the house to help raise your kids, that means that you have to take on the time he would in order to work. Now we're in the position to where women are saying, I want a sole provider who is a full-time worker, full-time husband, full-time parent, and there for the kids. Instead of doing the traditional thing, which is, hey, since you take care of everything involving the home within as far as the maintenance of the home, the bills and all of that, I'll do everything regarding the kids. Now women are so lazy to the point where they'll say, well, I don't want to compromise. I still don't want to work, but I want you to work less. So now you got to make some kind of weird way to make more money with less time, although it's not as easy as anyone says, because nobody on this panel is a millionaire. And the millionaire, we all do know, he always tells us my time is valuable. I wonder why. But that's besides
and you get to charge people for your time, your expertise.
Guys, wait.
But that's besides the point.
You guys missing a major opportunity here. Hold on. You're missing a major opportunity.
Oh, go ahead.
Women, if they really thought this stuff was possible, they would go out and actually make that money. They would actually do it instead. Like, that stuff easy. Y'all men can do this. Go ahead. Y'all can do this. It's easy to make money.
We are.
Y'all not doing it. Y'all not doing it.
We're doing it more than they were 50 years ago.
It's called
actually.
Yes, we are. Yes,
actually, I can test this point. I can test this point. I would challenge this.
So you're telling me,
go ahead,
from the younger ages. I'm not talking about old people, but I'm talking about the newer generations of working. You're telling me that women aren't getting in the workforce just as much as men or more.
That's
no, they're not.
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
Because
they weren't complaining.
That's why you still complaining about the wage gap.
Y'all both always say.
Well, Sherelle, you gotta let somebody else get in, bro. You can't do machine gun.
Hold on. I just left for a whole 15 minutes.
Well, you've been talking for the whole 15 minutes. You've been back.
Okay, so
you've been talking for the whole 15. You've been back. So this is what I'm saying.
And I'ma do me.
So this is what I'm saying, right?
And I'ma do me.
So if what you were saying was true, you still wouldn't be. You still wouldn't. But nobody. No, I can't even hardly butt in because I'm letting you talk.
Okay, and you keep butting in.
It's fucking 10 people up here.
Dominating or talking.
So I'm not dominating anything. I'm just trying to actually address your point, and you keep getting super mad.
No, you're not gonna talk to me and then what to expect something after that.
So what I'm saying is this:
problem.
if
That's
what you
niggas'
was
problem
talking
right
about was
there.
true, women would still be trying to claim the gender wage gap. Okay, women would still be talking about men
Women
making more money
want
than them.
more. Women want more. Y'all are going to the
Want.
extreme. Women
Key
just
word is
want more.
want.
They
Y'all won't
want
put in the
more.
work to
They
get it.
want
Want.
more.
Yeah, you
They
don't
don't
want to
want
do the work.
equality. They want power. They're
You
on a
want
power stroke. It
exception.
is
You're
what it
right.
is.
Thank you.
That
You
doesn't
don't
have
want
anything to
equality.
do
You
with
want
nothing that I'm
exception.
saying.
You
We
don't
all
want
know this
equality.
about
You want
women.
exception. It's
Because guess
exactly
what?
what you're
Guess
saying.
what?
We're not
Guess
gonna
what? When they're
gaslight or
saying that
confuse
they have it,
or
y'all have
confuse this
everything to
issue. We
combat that
all
there
know
is
this
no
about
gender
women.
wage gap. I don't believe there's a gender wage gap.
If
So have that
Hold-
conversation with
So
somebody
hold on.
else.
If you
That's not my
saying that,
conversation.
do you understand? You just deleted your whole point. Then, if you say you don't believe there's a gender wage gap, you just killed your whole
How did I
argument.
delete my point? How did I delete my point?
Oh
How
my
did I
God.
delete my point?
Sherelle,
Fantastic. You're not even paying
Sherelle,
attention to shit I'm saying. You just want to
Sherelle.
I'm
regurgitate your
paying attention to
overtalk ass
everything you're
YouTube talking
saying.
points that nobody give a fuck and everybody heard.
I'm saying everything you're saying. You
Who
just up
cares?
here
No, you're
motherfucking
not.
cussing in
You can't
Creole,
even
nigga.
repeat nothing that I said.
I can repeat everything you fucking
Hold
said.
on,
Like
don't
you
come
just
on that
said.
motherfucking Creole now, dog.
Repeat.
Hey,
Keep that shit
nigga,
up there,
hey, see,
yeah.
Repeat.
here y'all niggas go.
Keep that shit
But
up
like
there,
I
Where you want
yeah.
to start
like
at?
I
Look, that
said,
So,
between you and her, don't come on
first
my
off,
blood,
you fucked
yeah.
up.
Like
First
I
off, you
said,
fucked up. First off,
the
you
point
fucked up when you
is,
said
if a
you
man
got
wants to be
paid more
100%
money when you start
traditional,
using other
then he
people's time
deserves a
because you own
traditional
trucks.
wife.
That's
And that's
what you
who he
said.
needs to be with
And
a
then you
traditional
just came
wife.
along
But the
and you
majority of
said
people are
that
not
women make
traditional.
just as much
They're
money as
modern.
men or in
They're
the
modern.
workforce just
And
as much
in
as
today's
men. Women
society,
can't be in the
if there's
workforce
not
just as much
enough
as
things
men
to go
if you
around,
don't believe in the
it does
gender
not
wage gap.
benefit the modern woman to have children or be married in the way that it benefited traditional women. It doesn't. Modern women who are married to modern men do not get the same benefits as traditional women who are married to traditional men. And the only thing about it is niggas is trying to run around and pretend that all men are traditional and all women are modern when majority of the men are modern as well. That is the
Men
problem.
Men would
guys,
love to
stop,
be
stop,
traditional
stop,
if you
stop,
were traditional women.
Stop. Empress Carmen was trying to get in. I'm gonna let her get in because man, y'all is just bickering. This is crazy. Not even making points.
Sherelle, hold dog out here. You hear me? She holding that shit, Aaron.
I have a long list of notes. Okay, so it goes back to the benefits of marriage. So I have someone to grow older with, i.e. up in age, a person who will nurture you. When you get older, you're going to have a friend until passing, because let's not act like we're going to be superheroes. We're going to need diapers and someone to change us and throw our depends down. And then someone to raise children with, a family, whether he's working hard or not. The children have their father in the house, and they can see, you know, if you have like a daughter, they can see how their father loves their mom. And then if the caveat to that, the daughter needs to see from the mom how she loves her dad, whether she puts something on the background or just, you know, her mom gets up early in the morning to start breakfast, get everything going, make sure everyone is nice and neat, and be the last person to go to sleep. Her daughter also needs to see how to love a man. Then if they have a son, the son can see how to be a man. And then I also have traditions. I like traditions. You know, maybe if your husband do work all day, maybe every Sunday y'all have a big Sunday dinner. Y'all can sit down. You have something that you look forward to, something like that. Those are just nice. And a personal confidence, like someone I can talk to, someone I can share things to, express things to. I like to listen to rules, so someone who can give me structure, get things going. I like stuff like that. Someone to keep you busy, give you tasks. I don't like to be idle, so someone who's going to keep you running. And then for, you know, I like to make people, if you're my man, you're taking care of me, doing all this stuff, I need to make you feel special. So when you come home from work, I need to give you like a nice little back rub or get the bathtub running. That's nice. Like I have to, like, you know, show my appreciation. So if you're a man, I feel like that'd be good to get that from your lady, like appreciation from the world. You know, you're not getting that out there. So I feel like it would be good if you got it at home. And then I don't know how this sounds, but someone to have your up and downs with, you know, someone you can create a story with and carve out your life with, because you're going to learn things about yourself while you're with your partner, and they're going to learn things about themselves. And then as far as y'all talking about traditional roles, if you're going to keep the kid in sports and you're going to take care of everything, then that's understandable. But I feel like a woman should have a hobby to make money too, and also to have her own happiness. If she's putting all that shit into her husband and he's not there all the time, she's going to get depressed quick. So if she maybe picks up a hobby or find herself a book club or some friends or some shit, I definitely say the hobby thing, because you can make you some money, but that's just me. Or you can find something that you want to do, but that way your happiness is not always on your household. Like you also have your own life too. But that's all I really got to say. And yes, should go with their dad all day, even if y'all not.
So a point that was made that I think is interesting, and it kind of ties into you, Carmen. Aaron, you was there at Fight Club. Why do women want to make more money?
Who said make more money?
Sherelle did, but I'm saying, like, if
to not need men.
Well, that's not true, Fantastic, because if you listen to what a lot of women say, they want the men that they with to make more money, and they also want to make more money. So the question is, why do we need all of this money? That's what I'm saying. The expectation is for me as a man, right? Because the people or the person that's supporting her is Lulu. Lulu is saying, I want my man to make more money. I'm assuming because she wants the man to be the sole provider. And she just want to make more money just to make more money. But if he's the sole provider and there are kids, your role will be take care of them. Now, if there are no kids, I guess both of y'all can work. And I guess y'all should be able to split it because why would you need a sole provider if you both making money? Y'all can both just share the bills, but they don't want to do that.
Can I
I'm telling you, it's to not. It's for a fail safe, Cheeky.
Cheeky, just chill. Let him finish his thought.
It's this thing. It's back to Aaron's point. Aaron's point tend to connect from one show to another, and it's crazy. I think it's pretty dope. Women don't want to lose. Women don't want to sacrifice, and they don't know the cost of the things that they want. That's my point. If you tie all of these three things together, along with a victim mentality and that men are always out to hurt them, you get articles like this that'll tell a woman you are happier when you don't have children and when you're by yourself. But for whatever reason, even though they're happy and by themselves, they want a man. And not only do they want a man, they want an exceptional man. And not only do they want an exceptional man, they want an exceptional man that can afford everything, and they still want to make more money. Just because they just want to make more money, not because they want to spend it on bills, not because they want to sacrifice and take care of anything else, but because they just want to have it just because they're greedy, selfish, and lazy.
And it's a fail safe.
They want to work harder.
Cheeky, it's a fail safe.
Make that sense.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a fail safe. It's a fail safe, bro. It's so even when she wants to pick up and leave, she can leave. Cheeky, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Women, this is when you talk about hypergamy, all these other things that's a part of the game now. Modern women are being told this article is a perfect example of it, to where you don't need no man, you don't want to be dependent upon a man. If you're dealing with a man, you deal with that man until he stops making you happy. And as soon as he stops making you happy, you move on. You don't really need him anyway. He's just here for pretty much like emergency dick in a glass. All right, if that. Then they complain about that too. So again, man, the reason why women do the things they're doing, because women are putting themselves in competition with men. Women want to be over the man. That's what it is. And no matter what they say they don't want, or whatever role you see and how they're operating, they're moving out here. Women have fucking penis envy, dog. It's undeniable. That Sherelle just sat up here and said, "Oh, she make this money and all this other." And I'm not saying it as a slight, Sherelle. I'm not saying it as a slight. Just get it straight, right? But she's saying, and she's talking about, and she's speaking from the modern woman's young modern woman's perspective. This is what the young modern woman has been raised upon. And Sherelle is my bad.
Fantastic. No, you good, bro. Let me just ask you this, because I'll keep it with you. What type of man do you think a woman would be grateful for? Because it's pertinent to anything working, and she needs to be grateful. So what type of man would that take for her to be like, I'm grateful to have this man? What type of man you think that is?
Realistically, he would have to be some type of celebrity or some type of super athlete or something like that. Any regular guy, a doctor, lawyer, whatever, is not going to cut it. He has to also be able to provide her with, he has with what's the word I'm looking for? To put her out there, right? Promotion. She has to be able to be on his arm on red carpets.
It's fantastic.
Okay, fantastic.
That's not me. That's not me. That's not me.
I just muted you, dog, and it was you.
Yo, this is the thing, though. That's not necessarily true. So people want more money for a better lifestyle. Like, yo, two things can be true at the same time, right? So the first thing is this: Like, yo, do I believe that women have penis envy right now? Yes. Do I believe that women want to run shit? Yes. At the same time, the more money thing is about a better lifestyle, a better quality of life. Because I don't know where y'all live at or how y'all live, but shit is expensive. You know what I'm saying? And especially top shit.
Nope. And I'm about to go down this path. I done heard this conversation a million times.
But hold up, Joe. Damn, Aaron. Yo,
no, let that man talk.
Hold on.
If we gonna do it better be different.
Okay, but damn, yo, bro. See, what I don't like, right, is anytime I get to try to cook, y'all keep cut me off before I can finish my point. So that's not even cool at all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't give me the respect that I deserve to be able to at least articulate my point and to have.
Let that man talk.
He borged out. He borged out on his own.
No, I didn't borg out, so I was getting a call. But yo, I don't appreciate that, man. I should at least get the respect to at least finish my thought, and then you could disagree or not disagree. See, this is the thing, right? Yo, y'all are talking, right? Y'all are talking about what you think and what you feel. You talking to dudes that's living the shit. I lived this shit, right? I've lived twice as long as a lot of you people on the panel, bro. And I'm not just a regular dude that's living a regular life, right? So the thing about it is sometimes you can learn something because you're talking about hypothetical, what I think, what I feel. You don't have any kids. You've never been married. So you don't have the experience to at least have something to be able to back it up. Now, yes, you might have brothers or sisters or a mother or father, people who you've seen and you've learned lessons from because y'all all intelligent people. At the same time, it does behoove you once in a while to listen to people who actually have the experience, who actually came up on the other side of things. That's all I'm saying. But I'm gonna shut up, man.
Okay.
So no. I want to get back to the point, right? Because we keep talking about this. They want to live a better lifestyle, right? This is the whole claim of everything, a better lifestyle, right? So the question is, how do they accomplish that?
Bro, if you have somebody, right, who's able to provide financial stability and they have, so this is the thing, right? There's layers to things. So the first thing is, what do I need? What are my basic needs? My food, my shelter, my clothing, right? But then beyond, once you get your basic needs out your way, then you start to think about, what do I want and what do I desire? So that's the lifestyle. The lifestyle portion of it is when you go beyond your basic needs and you get to a point where you want to live a quality of life in America that costs money. And so
it's not just a quality of life, though, Israel. I'm telling you, it's not just quality of life. Women want production, bro. They want to be they want promotion. Women want to be the IG model. Women want to be famous.
Yeah, no,
they're talking about such a small, marginalized group of women. They act
no,
like
it's not.
Yes, it is.
I don't think it's as much.
Okay, I'm talking, and y'all are gonna talk on me, and then y'all want respect when y'all speak. That doesn't make any sense.
Don't derail
the
topic.
whole point of what Israel is saying is that yes, people need money to have a better quality of life. Like he's saying, a lot of y'all must not understand. Like, everybody's not coming from middle class. That's a middle class issue. And I don't even think that these are the people that are having these issues. But guess what? It does matter how much money you make, because how much money you make determines what neighborhoods your kids are growing up in. It determines how much time that you're able to raise your kids, actually raise them.
What schools your kids go to?
It's the environments that they live in, the school zones that they get to be in, how safe is the neighborhood. All of that comes from how much a man is able to provide. Now, the women who are having kids, I'm still talking.
Because there's always
okay, then we're gonna just what is this?
The question, Sherelle, how are women?
I wasn't even finished talking.
Y'all just don't be answering questions, oh god dang.
I wasn't even finished making my point. The whole point is you need that. You need money to do a better environment. So at the end of the day, guess what? Knowing how messed up it can be. Stop acting like 100 years ago it wouldn't have been as bad as it is now. To have a child in the inner city right now, you're talking about you have a child in poverty right now. Their life is not, it's not 100 years ago. It's not the same. These children ain't even making it at all. So what are you talking about? It is not beneficial for you to just think that you don't have to be with a man with money and you can live in any neighborhood and you can send your children raise them in any environment and that is going to be a positive
So
outcome.
why are women doing it? Why are the majority of women doing it?
Don't entertain this, please. Please. Sherelle, how do you do that?
What? You make
Aaron, please answer the
money. You
question
have
again.
you have
How
to
do you live the lifestyle?
listen, you have to
How
you
do
have
you
to
get
make you have to make money. You have to make money. In society today, the people that are going to be able to, they have to go in certain fields. They have to prioritize education. They have to go get money so that they can gravitate to a new level. I don't think that majority of us are kind of born into situations that we have no control over. I don't think they should be having kids because y'all are going hard on the women that are having kids in a situation and they're not having positive outcomes. But to be coming out these situations, you have to know that financially you need to be stable to be able to actually have these children in a positive environment. You have to get an education and you have to work.
But
it's not education though.
Hold on. When you say money, how do women acquire more money? They work more? How do they do that? Do they get together with people? Do they marry or do they die? How do you do it?
It's many ways you can do it. You can work more hours, you can do, which is labor. You can start a business, which means you can leverage your money and have multiple streams of income. You can do real estate, you can do multiple different things. You can go to college, you can become a nurse, a doctor, go into political. It's different fields that you can go in to make money, but you have to pick one and make money.
Okay. So in light of that, go ahead.
Be having kids when you broke, but that's my opinion.
I agree too.
Okay, so in light of the article and the topic of the show, how is happiness acquired? Is it through working?
No, not for women. But this is the thing, Cheeky.
Don't answer for women.
No, but this is Cheeky. But
okay, so
y'all have a nice night, man. Y'all niggas.
Don't leave Cheeky. I'm gonna have a conversation. Oh, y'all made Cheeky leave.
Nah, it's an open panel.
She said, "Yo, you nigga."
Cheeky loves me. Cheeky loves me. Cheeky and Aaron loves me. Why y'all think I'm here?
That nigga toxic then.
You definitely when we talk about money, right? What I hate
definitely toxic as hell out here.
What I hate when we talk about money is that we talk about making money like the shit comes out of thin air. It doesn't come out of you have to take money. You don't make money. You take it from somebody else. It's a transfer of resources. So you have to figure out how to transfer those resources into your hands, and convince somebody else to give you that money.
But that's another conversation, though. Go ahead.
The problem that we're having, right, is that we're having these conversations, and it's always about it's lifestyle, right? But then the women that are doing 100% of the complaining are the ones who can't get that lifestyle. They're mad that they can't get the lifestyle. They're mad at a man because he can't provide the lifestyle, but they can't get it on their own. So they're still dependent on a man. But then they're claiming we don't even need men. So
Thank you.
Go get the lifestyle on your own. The problem is when it comes down to y'all can make the money, y'all can do all these things, but somehow you still want your life to involve a man. But here's the problem. If you go out and make all that money and do the things that, I can do what men do, you still have to find a man that is going to be willing to come into the life that you have, right? That's a problem because you're not going to take a man that ain't got no money. You're like, oh man, I can't take a man. I worked all this hard for this. You're not willing to take the same risk. So if you really think about it for just a second and say life have been shifting, right? Women are doing the things that men are doing or men used to do. It's not true because y'all not taking the same risks that men would take. So if y'all can go out and get the bag like the man would, then you bring it back to the family. I don't want to risk that because the first thing I heard was this. Sherelle said this. If we get married, we divorce, he got to pay for me. And then he get another woman, then he got to pay for her. That is insinuating that man always makes more money than the woman. Because legally, the woman that would be making more would have to pay for the guy. So y'all still choosing to marry men that have or make more money than y'all. So that defeats the point of saying these conversations that y'all can do what men can do. Y'all not capable of doing it. Y'all not willing to do it. And you're not going to do it. Y'all just like to have the argument that y'all can make money. The problem is y'all making money don't transition to the family doing well. It transitions to destruction for family because when y'all make money, y'all hate that a man can benefit from y'all making money. When a man make money, we love that a woman can benefit from us making money. Y'all not us. Y'all don't have the capacity to do what we do, and y'all don't want to do it because y'all don't have the same type of love for us. Y'all only love men that are really, really good at what they do as Kevin Samuels would say, what do we say?
High value.
See, listen. The point of it is this: all the men that are very much either attractive, well-spoken, educated, make money.
Like 10 men.
Y'all love them. It ain't enough.
Gotta get rid of that Cynthia G spirit, Sherelle.
But this
So,
wait, hold on.
So let me respond to Aaron because I didn't get a response to Cheeky. Okay, so listen, Aaron. When a man goes out, first of all, I work the top 10 most dangerous jobs in the country. So yeah,
Big facts.
Truck driving is top 10.
No, but let me tell you.
Truck driving is number 7 on the list.
Let her finish.
Let me tell you. When a man makes all the money, let's say this man got all the money. When he walk in the house, that is Big Daddy. And everybody in the house got to listen to Big Daddy and what Big Daddy got to say. That's why when a man make all the money, it seems like, okay, that's how it should go. But as a man feeling like he's a man, even when a woman makes more money than him, you understand what I'm saying? He's still going to feel like a man. There is no amount of money that makes you not feel like a man. So if you stay at home and take care of all the kids and do all of this, your woman can make $1 million. If she come home and say, everybody got to listen to what Big Mama got to say, you ain't going.
So
you ain't going.
That's not true. Whoa.
Men ain't going. So you're telling me there's a man who is going to listen and be submissive to his wife just because she makes more money?
Yes.
They got niggas out here like that.
We don't respect them.
Okay, that's proving your point. Then why y'all complaining that women money don't benefit if they got 1 million men out here getting taken care of by their women?
Hold on.
That's the minority.
That's a minority of men. Really
now it's a minority. Y'all just said it's happening every day. Y'all
it's not a minority. Hold on. Y'all do not know how to temper yourself. Listen. There are men like that. You know what they are not? They are not masculine. The problem is you don't want those type of men that would accept you doing that. There are men that do that. You can run all over them. Yeah, I run thing. I'm Big Mama. Okay. And when the men we'll just say the men on this panel come around, they see your husband, he a sucker. Dang, he getting ran by a woman. Now, listen, that ain't got nothing to do with y'all relationship. You running things. You getting what you want. He just not going. Y'all want men that are respected by other men, and that ain't going to happen. So y'all can't get both. But you can get a man that will let Big Mama run things. You can. Y'all not attracted to them, and there's nothing I can do to change that unless y'all change y'all attraction, which y'all not willing to do.
And a wise man once said that outside dick keep them hoes sick. You should know that, Sherelle. So again,
and that same man said there ain't nothing but freak shows, but that's what you need though. Okay.
Exactly.
Now,
exactly. So again, that woman that's the breadwinner. That woman that's the breadwinner.
Let Aaron go.
We shift in the conversation. We're actually moving here. The problem is what women need to understand is y'all can go out and get the money. Y'all can go out and take the same risk that men take. That if you marry somebody that got to listen to you and then that man become unhappy, that submissive man to you, one day go, Sherelle, I know you Big Mama and all, but I'm unhappy, which normally most masculine men they internalize things. They let it be. You gonna get a more feminized man. I'm
gonna Donald Sterling that nigga. I feed you. I clothe you. Don't you see that car? I bought it the same way men do.
Sherelle personalized.
If he's any type of man, he would not stay for that.
Aaron, I'm glad you got Sherelle to say it.
Hold on.
He would not stay for
that.
Sherelle,
guys, calm down. I'm connecting the point. That's fine. You can do all that. I pay for this. I pay for just like a man can say, right? And that particular man can say this. Well, I am unhappy now, but thank you for providing for me and your family for all this time. I'm leaving. And I'm going to find somebody else that's nicer than me because I've been taking your BS for too long. So pay me and pay these kids and then go find another man to do this too.
Okay,
Aaron,
so
that's a
wait. Me and Aaron driving this home. Aaron, get to this. Wait, no, me and Aaron driving this home. Let's just focus on us because we getting somewhere. Okay, so understand this. If you was born 100 years ago, you would have been born in that time. You'd have had to deal with that time. Time is shifting. Time is evolving. Yeah. Right. So boom. Now you get the woman. And the women are making the money and they're taking care of the men, and then the men are acting like women. I guess they're more feminine or they're masculine or whatever, right? So now everything has a drawback. Everything has consequences. One time we used to ride horses, now we drive cars. Y'all are never going to go back to driving horses, even though the emissions from the cars are fucking us up, right? So now
That's
that we
a
know
myth.
this, so now we know women want a good life. We want a good life, a good quality of life. Okay, that's what women want. They want a good quality of life. So they used to only could get a good quality of life or any quality of life from a man. So they pushed and said, well, let me see what I can do for myself. And then they learned that they can get a good quality of life for themselves. But then they still wanted to be with men. But because they became more masculine, they was with more feminine men, right? So what the masculine men are saying is we'll fuck y'all, but we ain't gonna marry y'all or whatever, right? So now women are like, dang, I don't want to give up this job where I'm making this money and I can sustain my life. Okay, but I still like sex, but I don't want to fuck bitch ass niggas. And I know that even though I make money, a good quality of life right now, the easiest way for me to go a little bit lower is adding extra liabilities, which is a child, right? That's an extra liability. So now I think the highest form of evolution of that would be I'm gonna make my money. I'm not gonna have kids, and I'm gonna fuck the niggas that's fuckable. And that is actually why they're happier. Because in that moment, they are literally finally getting what they want. I can't buy this man's love.
Right after me.
Right. I can't buy this man's love. I can't buy his protection. So I'm gonna go get me a Glock. I'm gonna live in a safer neighborhood. Right? I'm gonna live in a safer neighborhood where the police gonna pull up. So that means I gotta work a little harder. But guess what? You know what a woman working hard comes with? It doesn't come with STDs. It doesn't come with emotional abuse. It doesn't come with physical abuse. It doesn't come with children or a man that can leave a burden of children on you and disappear on you. It doesn't come with
how many celebrities got herpes
or anything that can come negative from a man. You're not going to beat yourself. You're not going to give yourself an STD. You're not going to give yourself a kid and just dip on you. You understand what I'm saying? You can't do any of those things to yourself. So now go get you an IUD.
Wait up, fantastic.
Listen, go get you an IUD that should last like 13 years. Keep yourself protected. Fuck the ones you want to fuck. Or I suggest, ladies, that you don't fuck none of these niggas.
Okay, all right.
Hey, do what you have to do.
Hold on, Sherelle, stay right there.
Live a good life.
Because everything you just said, totally with you. I'm rocking out with you. I'm like, okay, you hit it. Here's the issue that stumbles with that, right? Women are not doing that.
Thank you.
They are not doing that because you're right. They can make the money. They can do. But what happens is this. You said the men have changed, right? Well, here's the thing.
I don't think the men have changed.
Okay, well, fair enough.
I actually think the problem is that men are like not trying to catch up with the times. They rather go back.
Okay. No. Okay, I'm just want to stay where you at, right? Women have evolved and now they're making more money. They want to get better life. But here's a thing that comes with that: risks. And everything that you said, you tried to eliminate all risk. Then she don't need to get pregnant. He don't need to get none of his money. It was no downside. Everything was bliss. No one in the history of time has ever been able to pull that off.
I'm pulling it off.
Wait,
I'm pulling it off.
That's called perfection.
Wait.
It's impossible.
Wait, hold on, fam. Because I asked to go next, right? So this is the thing, Aaron. You're onto something, but this is the part that you're missing. The part that you're missing and that's missing from this conversation that Sherelle has not realized yet is what Taraji P. Henson just went through. The nature of a woman is not that. So what happens is once you get to a certain age, your nature is automatically going to overtake you and you're going to be like, what the fuck have I been thinking and doing all of this time? So all that money you made, all that success you have, all that stuff that you accumulated ain't going to mean nothing to you as an older woman without kids, without a man, without somebody to spend your life with. So what happens is this. By you going and having multiple partners, that diminishes you in the spirit of a woman. That diminishes you. It diminishes you inside because your body parts are inside and you have different people with different spirits coming inside you. But we're not going to go into that part. But what I'm just saying is this. It diminishes a woman. So that part takes a toll on you. Then the fact that, when you look around, like she said, I look around and I see these four walls and I have nobody here. And it's just me basically by myself. And she's rich. She's successful. She's highly acclaimed, right? By all accounts. But the fact is, her fulfillment as a woman does not come from the attainment of things like with a man. So that is the issue. So yeah, it sounds cute, fine, well and good, Sherelle, while you're young and you got your life ahead of you, that's cool. But one day when you're by yourself and you did all of this and you look around and you don't have no kids or no husband or no man, you gonna feel like shit. That's the wall that everybody keep talking about.
That's the invisible wall that everybody keeps talking about.
That's the wall.
It's not.
Yeah, hold on. Let me
It's an experience that y'all have never lived. Y'all have no understanding.
Let me finish. That's not, but yo, you don't have
It's
to.
because it's based off somebody else's. How are you gonna let somebody else determine what your success is? You're never gonna be anything trying to live up to somebody else's.
Let me finish. This is the thing. Okay, so let's say these modern times, right? Would you agree that these modern times are less than 100 years old?
Yes.
Okay, so we're talking about 100 years versus
50.
Hold on. Okay, well, let's give it 100. We're talking 100 years versus thousands and thousands and thousands of years of evolution of how people have developed. So that is not even enough time scientifically. We understand that that's not even enough time for people to have mutated or come up to the standard of yeah, women can operate like men. They cannot. And that's the point that Aaron is trying to make. And that's the thing. This happiness thing is the biggest lie that has ever been sold to anybody. That's why women are the greatest consumers ever, because they're in search of this elusive happiness that does not exist. It doesn't exist. They're selling you a bill of goods to keep you fucked up in the game. Happiness is so fleeting, it's so fantasy, it's not about happiness. But what you'll find is if you keep living the way that you say that you want to live, you are not going to be happy ultimately at the end of the rainbow, because what makes you feel fulfilled as a woman is not the same things that make men feel fulfilled as men.
I think that men have told women what should make them feel fulfilled for eons. And when women have the choice to say what it is that makes me feel fulfilled, it upsets you, especially if it doesn't involve you. Right now, like you said, we don't have enough data or research for y'all to feel like if women move like this, that they're going to be the most unhappiest. I'm pretty sure I'll be happier than the women 200 years ago, because I'm pretty sure they was cattle slaves. But let's just say this. We are right now in the trees. So we're missing the forest because we're just in the trees and all we see is the trees. So we're all making assumptions about shit that we don't know and that we really can't prove. We're just going off how we feel. These are men.
It's not really
remember the statistic argument earlier?
Wait, I can prove everything that I said.
Lord. Now, when I say as a man, I feel like I know what completes a woman. That shit is untangible as fuck. How do you know what completes a woman and you've never been a woman?
We see it.
But no, man.
That's like asking a fish, how do I catch fish?
Do y'all know? Do y'all
Can
know
we answer the question?
At one point, people felt like y'all should have been slaves and that was a better life?
Yeah, okay.
You see how you keep saying feel? Men don't operate out of
Sherelle, Sherelle, again, you're everything we're talking about is literally science, Sherelle. This is science. Women are trying to say, right.
Wait a minute, it's true.
God damn.
Wait a minute, one question. Is that true, Omni, that it was only 36 slaves that were free in the Underground Railroad?
No, by Harriet Tubman personally.
I never said anything about 36 slaves.
I said that, and it was only 36 that Harriet Tubman freed personally. But go ahead, fantastic.
Yeah, why do we got anyway? Listen, Sherelle, what we talking about is this, man. Listen, and you, if you track it, even from the sample size you're talking about, in that time where it's able to be tracked, the reason why you're having this stuff, like Israel said, is women are being hustled deliberately for some much deeper shit we're not gonna turn this into. But again, a woman is at her best in her fulfillment as a mother. This isn't, and it's had plenty of other surveys that said this. The Taraji P. Henson is just another long example of this stuff. I remember they had an article, Aaron, I don't know if it was, the lady that did the was the producer or the maker of the show of Sex in the City. She said she regrets it. She greatly regrets doing that to women and helping promote this thing that's just unrealistic, because again, you're putting women in situations they are not physically, mentally, or emotionally built for. That's science. You don't trust me. Don't take. Hold on, Sherelle. Don't take my word for this. Just look it up for yourself. The wonderful thing is, as much as y'all hate statistics and data and all this shit, the wonderful thing about it is you can go find it. We don't. This is why you keep. You know how many times you said. Shout out to Omni Man for saying this. You understand how many times you say you feel. We don't talk about feelings, bro. Everything I say for the most part, it's supportable by something. You can go read a DSM manual. You can read some psychological papers. You can read some type of research or whatever. What I'm telling you to support what I'm saying. At the end of the day, everything is getting messed up because women are trying to do exactly what you said. Be this powerful woman, Sherelle, the way you say, hey, I don't owe nobody. I don't have to answer nobody. I do everything I want and fuck everybody that's not with it. What he brought up with the Taraji P. Henson thing is at the end, though, everything is great in your youth. You had the world. If you're a woman that's making your own money, you're young, you're attractive, you ain't got no kids. Hey, man, you can't lose. But eventually what happens? Time is undefeated, okay? And the wall for women comes a whole lot faster and harder than it does for men. A woman over 40, I don't give a fuck how fine she is. Unless she like, one less than the 1%, she is not going to be desirable to the majority of men compared to a woman that's half her age, in her 20s. You know what I'm saying? Or even 10 years younger. The thing you're saying is exactly, you're the epitome of this feminism fucking fantasy of where I can just make all the money and I can control these niggas and I don't need them, but for some dick.
All right, so
and when I want to fuck them, I can fuck them.
Okay, all right, fantastic. I think I hear what you're saying, but I think it's easier to tie it like this. It's better. What I know, because I'm not going to tell women whether I know something to be right based upon how I can see the world, right? I think it's better for women to tell us which women that are 70, 80 years old, that are women, that have been women, agree with what the new age women are saying. That they would say, yeah, women keep trying that will work. Because what I'm finding is the older women are telling these younger women, I made a mistake. And then the younger women say, oh, shut up, you didn't know what you was doing. So even when the older women, because none of the older women have been able to successfully do what women are trying to do now, which is trying to convert men to their will. Meaning, yes, I make the money. I'm Big Mama Sherelle. Get in the house and do this. And a man acquiesce. They're finding it difficult to find those men. There are some, but you have to live with the downside that men have always been fighting to live with. Yeah, you're right. She could divorce me and take half. People say this. Why do men keep getting married? It's not because they're dumb, okay? They just don't value money as much as y'all think that they value money. And it's proven time and time again. It's not all about the money. That's why they're willing to take these risks. With y'all, every time a risk is involved, not my money. Watch what y'all doing when it's y'all money. And why y'all think any man should take a risk that y'all wouldn't be willing to take the risk when y'all found out how hard it was for y'all to become successful and rich, and then to go find somebody to get on your program, do what you want for 5 to 7 years, turn their back on you and say, I'm no longer happy with all the providing you've been doing, Sherelle. I appreciate everything. We had kids together, but now I want to have an impact on how you proceed your life going forward. They're starting to find this out with the Kelly Clarksons, okay? They're starting to see this money go, and they're like, whoa.
Britney Spears.
Whoa. So they're starting to see this stuff slowly because now they're in these positions to have this experience. And here's the difference between men and women. They scream louder than us, right? And so when they scream, they're like, dang, look what happened to me. Women don't do this.
Hey, Aaron, look when Mary J. Blige had to break some bread.
They say that man didn't deserve a penny.
Exactly. Look when she had to break some bread. So this is the thing. It's not only the risk, and you're right, but it's the responsibility. They don't want the responsibility that comes with it either. Not the risk or the responsibility.
It's okay, I can get in. So what I can say is it's not going to be science, because unless somebody can point to me a period of time where women had total autonomy over themselves and was able to live the life that they wanted to live in fulfillment. Point me to a time in history where that was possible for them, and then tell me how that turned out. This is
Are you talking about in the West or worldwide?
Oh my God, I can't believe I be being quiet when y'all talking, and every time I say something, y'all start talking.
Because you asked a
Sherelle,
question.
he just asked for clarity on the question.
Respect. Oh my
Sherelle,
God.
he just asked for clarity on the question.
Okay,
Sherelle.
fantastic. I haven't even finished the. How do you want clarity on something a statement I didn't even get to finish? Can you wait on the period? Okay.
Well, you talking run-ons, nigga.
Oh
Stop running on them sentences.
So I went to the. Hold up. You went to the. You will know if you just shut up. I just let you talk for 16 minutes. No.
Nigga, I didn't talk for 3 minutes.
Yeah, you talked for like 16 minutes straight. People was yawning.
That's a damn lie.
I'm here. I'm trying to tell you. Now, so what I'm saying is you don't have the evidence of a time like this, because this is the time. And remember, me and you had this conversation, Aaron, right? Men have been leaders. They've been conditioned to be leaders since the beginning of time. So of course, y'all are able to handle these things better because y'all have been handling it longer than us. This is a new wave. So of course, we're going to have to do the bumps and the screws. It's like we're a new driver on the road. Like we might scrape something here because it's something new. But we don't absolutely know the outcome because of it being something new. We're in the trees, so we're missing the forest. You understand what I'm saying?
Men don't miss the forest.
Can I respond to that?
Always, but I want to say this too. Men always miss the forest of the trees. When I look up, because I know they like to talk about, you said this, so let me personalize it. My grandmother was married at 15 to a man that was 32. She didn't want that life for me. Matter of fact, both of my grandmothers were married, and both of my grandpas were twice their age. That is my grandmother, not my great, because I know y'all like to talk about Tyler Perry stories. Okay,
that's still living now.
That is my my grandmother passed that.
How old was she though? Just for the context, Sherelle.
Fellas, y'all missing it.
89.
Well,
no, but
so Sherelle, listen what you're saying.
Wait,
so Sherelle, she's still from a time. Hold on, just real quick, Israel, you got it. Sherelle, if she's 89, she died at 89. She's still from that time, even though it's still your grandmother. So you're trying to deplete it, even though your grandmother was still of that time, and she's 89 years old, to where it was normal and commonplace for a young girl to get married.
What I'm saying is she didn't want that for me. So y'all are saying that, the older women are saying that we made a mistakes, or no. The older women are telling us to go get our education. The older women are telling you this. You know, that y'all never heard the saying of, if you give somebody the power to feed you, you also relinquish the power for them to starve you. If you relinquish, live on your knees at the mercy of somebody else, and guess what? If they intend to abuse that power of your mercy, they can destroy your life. So people have been so grandmothers have been teaching to have you a backup plan, because it's happened time and time again.
So because really important question, Sherelle, though. Really important, yeah. So really important. So you said your grandmother did. So your grandmother didn't want you to have that life of her being married at 15. Did she want you to not have the life of being married at all?
I think she felt like it was just my choice. So that's what I'm saying. So
I'm not saying you're being disingenuous, but this is what I'm saying. You're only giving us one part of the concept of what your grandma didn't want for you. So you told her what she didn't want for you. Of course, no one would want their young, child to be married as a child, especially as the times advance. Because even though she got married young, your grandmother lived through the modernization of the times, right? So it wouldn't be okay for her grandchild to get married at 15. So of course she wouldn't want that for you. But at the same time, did your grandmother want you to be educated and successful in all these things, but not have a family, not to be able to become a grandmother yourself? Did she want that?
From a young age, she told me to get an education, to make a living for myself, so that I wouldn't have to be dealing with these knucklehead men. Yeah. Having to depend on these knucklehead men. Don't be out here having a bunch of kids that I cannot afford to take care of.
All the women.
So your granddaddy was Mr. from The Color Purple.
All the women. Hold on, wait. Hold on. All the women have that same exact story. We've all heard it. We've all heard, just in case. We've all heard the story, right? Here's the question: what are the story that the men get?
Thank you.
I know y'all don't care, but
what do you mean stories you get?
What
you grow up, get you a grad job.
Yeah.
What do you think Grandfathers told us, God, I didn't want to marry her at 15, but I had to step up and be a man because
I definitely know old men who be like, don't marry these young niggas, take all your money. They'll take all your money, just fuck
Old
them.
niggas don't say that, Sherelle. Old niggas actually, again,
old
dudes, old niggas promote marriage. You still got old niggas on the internet.
Nah, fantastic. You know
Old
them old
niggas
niggas
promote
say,
marriage.
Look, fantastic. Them old niggas be saying, look, I had to do what I had to do, dog. It is what
Exactly.
it is.
It's cheaper to keep her. It's cheaper to keep her.
It is what it is.
The cheaper to keep her niggas is them old niggas.
Keep living. Keep living. You gonna find them.
I know what them old niggas be saying.
Hold on. Calm down. All of that stuff we said, most of the things men hear, be a man and handle your business and your responsibilities is what we've all heard, right? That doesn't guarantee that that's what will happen, but the information was heard, just as I know damn near for a fact. Every woman have heard, don't get pregnant at 15, 16, whatever age you want to call it. So your mama said it, don't get pregnant. She might didn't tell you why. She might didn't sit down. She told you not to do it. You heard the information, but you didn't get enough of an explanation for you to go, okay, I'm gonna listen to you. So
no, but think about it like this. Think about it as a race. Okay. So think about this. This is where it's coming from. Listen, if this was a race, I'm gonna tell you, the men been lapping. They just told women, you can run now. They just told, because that's what my grandmother, she was born in a house because she couldn't be born at the hospital. Okay? So from her understanding of how the world was changing, her conversation is that, guess what? They just started letting y'all race. And let me tell you something about you being young. You run way faster when you're young. Run your race.
No.
Because you're far behind. You're far behind because they've been people that's been running laps before they even let you get on the fucking track.
But Sherelle, is it possible that they was wrong? Let me ask you a quick question.
They've been running laps before you even hit the track. So even if you never be able to catch up, what I need you to do while you young, so that you make sure that you don't birth the family in this same position, in the same spot, at your fastest years, I need you to run your ass off. Run your ass off. Run your ass
Sherelle,
off.
but hold on.
Run your ass off.
Sherelle, let me ask you a quick question. Is it possible that that's bad advice? And is it possible that that's wrong?
No, it's not.
That's not even possible.
No, it's not.
Guys, this is the one thing y'all got to start conceding as men, right? Women don't want us to tell them anymore what women should do, what the outcome should be. They want to be able to go through the experience, fail many years until they figure it out, if they ever do, of what they
didn't have a man accept them.
That's perfectly fine.
That's perfectly fine. I just asked her a question. That was it. I was asking.
I'm not talking about that was not a shot at you, bro. I'm a very direct person. If I said that's not, no, that wasn't had that. It's a culmination of all this conversation, bro. That was not directed at you. I'm just telling you. I heard Sherelle say y'all was never women, but y'all keep telling us how to be women. So I'm just listening. Women do, and the women in the chat saying the same thing. Y'all are not women. They're tired of men telling them, "Oh, you gonna be sad and lonely if you don't have children." They're tired of hearing it, even if it's true. They don't want to hear it from us anymore. They don't want to be led by us anymore. They want to lead their own path. I don't know how you guys are not seeing it now. Does that mean they're going to go down the drain?
That's cool. Good luck.
Go ahead.
No. I was just saying.
We see it.
No, let Aaron finish. No, let Aaron finish. Let Aaron finish.
Aaron is done. Y'all don't know Aaron's body language.
No, let him finish.
Aaron's done, bro. Yeah, he's done.
He's done. Look at him.
He's done. He's done. Fam, go ahead. Go ahead, Israel.
That's perfect.
No, I wasn't cut. Wait, hold on.
I just want to say this, Israel. Let me just say this.
Just let Omni go, Israel.
Aaron, that's perfectly fine. They can do whatever they want. They cannot listen to men their entire life, and they get the results that come with it. What they can't do is say bullshit like black men in particular, because Sherelle likes to do the black thing. Black men don't protect black women. You can't say that. You can't say that after we've already advised you to do otherwise.
You got to take whatever comes with it. If I go out, commit a murder, I can't be on the stand like crying like a bitch and being like, oh, I didn't know that I would get life. And no, I'm gonna take that shit like a matter of fact. I'm the type that I did that shit. You can't. You can't. You got to take whatever comes behind it because that's what men do. So if you want to be a man and you want to be out here on some man shit and go against the grain, because men do go against the grain. A lot of the times, there are men out here that go against the grain. If you choose to go against the grain, you got to be willing to take whatever comes behind that. Stop saying men don't protect you when we told you what to do to not even be over there in the first fucking place.
Who's not willing to take the consequences? Who's not suffering the consequences? What life do y'all
seem like it's all fairy dust and rainbows where y'all at?
You're gonna eat the consequences of the decisions you make in life, regardless of you are male or female. Every decision that I make is going to affect me.
The men advise them otherwise.
Cause y'all don't even how is a man gonna lead me somewhere he ain't never been? If I'm trying to get the greatness and these niggas ain't never even sniffed around it, how are you gonna lead me somewhere you ain't never been? At some point, if I want to get somewhere where you ain't never been, I need to leave you what
greatness. They're looking at a man for it.
Stop. Because y'all ruin every time I get to a point where I can civilize the conversation. Y'all want to go back. So I'll ask Sherelle this because I'm not going to tell women strategically any more of what I'm going to ask them. So Sherelle, what woman can you highlight that has achieved a level of greatness that women want to align with some of their views that does not have a man?
I don't know. They not married or they just don't have a man?
Well, I mean, you can answer it however you want to depict it to try to get to the point. But when you say,
I guess Oprah, right? Oprah's a billionaire. She got to be.
So you think it's money?
She got to be. She.
So I'm gonna ask you again. You think it's money?
What?
Greatness is money.
I think greatness, because I don't think that majority of people are ever going to have a B. I think that's unrealistic, and I think that the only people that we know successful wise is if they, especially in the Black community, it's just like there's some type of entertainer or something, and I don't think that's realistic. But I think so the average everyday women are gonna, what I'm saying, you don't even need to speak on them, but having a good quality of life, I think that is success. Being able to have an abundance. So being able to have an abundance of what you need, right? You can pay your bills on time. You have a rainy day savings. You live in a nice neighborhood. You have a stable income. You're able to transport. You have stable transportation. You have that. You have access to healthcare. If you know what I'm saying, if something goes bad, you're able to cover that. A stable life, like. So I think that is success. I got you. To me, to have an abundance of what you need.
Let me try to hold on, guys. Just relax for a second. Let me try to identify the difference between men and women. Right? I've been trying to have y'all do it as much as possible. The reason I do this show, right, is I talk about it a lot. I'm really here to push people into thinking differently. If it's just one person to go, damn, I never thought about it like that. Now that I've got that point of view, I can make adjustments. I can do something different. It ain't about me. That's an unselfish thing that I do for other people. When I listen to women, it's I, no serving. I want to win. I want to It's never serving, right? And the greatness of people, to my understanding, is how they serve other people. So I do not understand when I'm trying to do my best, and I listen to tons of women. I swear their success is them alone. It is them alone. I did this. I don't want nobody to get you. It ain't never about changing nobody else's life unless they win. That's just me. I might be seeing or hearing this wrong, but I swear constantly, and I'm telling you, I literally do this show, and I don't care. Every time somebody watches the show, I get somebody, they say, yo, the way you did that show, woo, I ain't gonna lie. Yes. That one person is enough for me. I can't change everybody, but I'm definitely gonna help push somebody in that direction.
So you think that just because a woman, is single and she's choosing not to have kids, that in no way she benefits any other being in life. You honestly think that?
No, I'm gonna tell
Did
you
you
this.
listen to what I said?
You better listen to him. Listen. I'm gonna tell you this, Terrell. When I'm young, wait a minute, Empress. I'm young, right? I'm like you, Terrell. I'm chasing money, right? I'm thinking money can do everything that I needed to do, right? And it just so happened because of I got into a relationship and I got pregnant. And I'm glad that even though she was playing, not playing, I'm glad I was able to have one. Because now that I'm older, right, and I've slowed down a bit, I get to see grandchildren and things of that nature. You know, so in that sense, you get to see.
That's your phone?
You know it ain't nobody but Auntie J.
Everybody else is
I ain't
muted.
heard a landline in like 8 years, dog.
Oh my God.
And
I have a
Oprah got a
landline.
man and Oprah got a woman too.
So
stop spreading propaganda for you lose the channel.
And I have girlfriends who never procreated, and they regret it so bad because that's the way we were taught. You better be able to take care of yourself. You can't depend on no man. But they was not right. You could depend on the right type of man. The right type of man. Like I said, I never looked for a man to provide for me because I always provided for me. I've always worked my own careers, and so corporate, government. So I never needed a man for that. I needed him for other reasons, but ain't be no money included. So Israel was right too. You're gonna see it differently when you get a little older. You know, it's best to go ahead and get it out the way and make them children and make your, procreate. And it's okay because if your children see you, it's not always good for your children to see you up. It's okay for your children to see you go through some shit. So they'll know how to handle some shit when you're not always going to be here. So that's the goal. No, the goal is to teach your children how to live because you're not going to always be here. I have a daughter and she has her own house, her own legal business, and she works for IBM as a manager. She's an engineer. And she has married with 3 children. He hit the jackpot because she literally likes him to stay home and take care of the small business. He would do the things in that area. Of course, she handles the paperwork, but the manual stuff, he does that. She likes it that way. That's the way you're right. There are some men like that. That's the way they run their house. I could never see that in my life at that time, but it's working for them.
Yeah, but that's that's working for them. It's that people have a problem with what's working for me. Yeah, right. In a third world country right now, there's women carrying water on their head, and walking around with no shoes on. That's not my life. It's not going to be my life. I'm pretty sure it would be my life if I was born into their circumstances, but I am me.
Everybody needs something to look forward to.
No, I think that people that just have kids all willy-nilly, y'all, as much as y'all want to say that people who choose not to have kids are selfish, when I think about the children that are in foster care, when I think about the abuse children, when I think about innocent communities of children running around destroying full communities because they were born to parents that don't give a fuck about them. I think y'all need to stop promoting having children. If somebody doesn't want to have children and she grows up and she's lonely, fuck her in her loneliness because that was the decision that she decided to make. But a bum bitch who decides to have 10 kids and never show any type of love to them, and those 10 kids grow up to be fucking murderers and hurt kids that people's parents love them. That is what's wrong with society. That is what's wrong with society. That is what's wrong with society. What is wrong with society is a bunch of people who don't want kids are having kids because of sexual reproductive irresponsibility. It's because they want to fuck raw and they don't care about getting pregnant and they don't care about the kids that they have, and every inner city is suffering for it. So guess what? A bunch of women standing up and saying they ain't gonna have no kids, they ain't got nothing to do with me.
Well, we have reached the end of Overdrive. I want to say thank you guys so much for spending time with us today. I think I pushed this conversation in the direction that I can. It's up to y'all to keep pushing the conversation, moving it forward. I'm just here to push y'all. I'm just here to make y'all think a little differently, one person at a time. But I don't want to belabor the conversation, right? I think when we get to a good point, I want to stop there so people can reflect and really, really break down what just transpired. A lot of stuff just happened here in real time. You can see when people have elevated levels of tension and frustration, they start to blurt things out, things that may be honest, things that may be untrue. But what comes to mind is a perspective, a thought, and that is how you get it out. And that's what I always aim to do. These are tough shows for me. I'm not going to lie. These are tough shows to do because I have a certain level of patience and other people do not, but I'm not mad at them for that, as everybody has their role to play. I don't actually think there's anything necessarily wrong with society, in my opinion. It is operating how it's supposed to operate. Everybody's not supposed to win. Everybody's not supposed to succeed. What everybody is supposed to do is try to take an opportunity to do so. Your life may be already determined for you to fail. I do not know. But what I will say is these conversations help people. It helps allow me to work within who I know I am to be. And so that's always the goal. So I appreciate everybody that leaves a like, leaves a comment after, that talks about what their favorite part of the show, things like that. Anybody that cash apps, super chats to support the show, keeps it moving forward. Everything is, as y'all say, motivation in one way or another. So that's always the goal. That's the aim. I appreciate y'all being here. But we got to get up out of here. I will be working on the next conversation to push us in the next direction. I'm hopeful you guys are there on this journey, on this ride, that we continue to drive and push forward. But sometimes they're difficult conversations. Terrell, I did not say that. They know I would never say that. But I think that it's important that as men we have learned, and I know I learned, it's better to ask questions to women in the sense of they don't want men to tell them anymore. It cannot get more clear, right? Now, I know that may be delusional in a sense, but you have to be careful when they're showing you exactly what they want and how much of your life they're willing to destroy to get their outcome. Men, be careful, because they will destroy you for them to lead, because women want power, and it's more evident than ever. And I don't know what they want from said power. I don't know if they want to lead in, I wouldn't say kindness, but I don't know if they want to lead in a proper way. I don't know if they think they can actually lead men. They may actually believe this. I do not know. But what's going to happen is we're going to find out, because one thing is for certain. Shout out to my brother Omar. I appreciate you, fam. One thing for certain is they're going to try. They're going to try to gain this power, and they're going to keep pushing. So it's on us to operate accordingly. It's on us to keep dealing with the women that are in our best interest, and let the women deal with the men that are in their best interest, and let everybody else fail that needs to fail. You said, Aaron, why destroy? Why so negative? Because I wouldn't consider it negative. I'm telling you, in order for you to lead, you have to destroy the current construct, right? And if the construct you believe is men, then you're going to try to destroy men for you to gain leadership. It's not nothing crazy. It's your attempt. You're willing to do what you need to do. Like I said, it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a war. Some people will be on the winning side. Some people will be on the losing side. Only the future shall tell us what shall happen. But remember, your children are a part of that future. You yourself are a part of that future. Operate accordingly. Heed these warnings from these men that you respect. Heed these warnings, because I'm telling you now, it's going to be, winter is coming, as they have said. Winter is coming, and it's just, it's just the beginning. We gone. Thank y'all for rocking out with us. I appreciate everybody, but we got to get up out of here. We're going to sign out until the next show. We out.